What's up, football fans? Welcome to West Ridge tonight here as the Wolves take on the Lions from Lakeway Academy from down in Morristown. We got us a non-conference game tonight. This is the season opener for us here at West Ridge. After you got to see Sullivan East 3 weeks in a row, you got to see Tennessee High. Now we get to see one of our other team, the West Ridge Wolves. I will say one more time for the record, as I have every year, they really missed an opportunity not naming this team the Jets. All right, I digress from there. You won't hear it anymore before halftime. Mike, tell us about this school we got coming up.
Yeah, well, Lakeway Christian Academy, this is only the 5th year that they've had a program. Sorry, this is the 6th year. They've had 5 years previous. And so this is a brand new football program. So they're trying to build up a culture of football. They've got some athletes, but they're significantly smaller than West Ridge. Lakeway is rostered up in the upper 30s on their roster, and West Ridge has about 80 plus on their roster too. And West Ridge, though, too, they've got multitudes of motivation for tonight. It's homecoming night, and they're coming off of a really bad stinker against Dobyns-Bennett last week. Everybody had hyped it up. They were hoping to put them away for the first time ever, and that just did not happen. They kind of got the brakes beat off of them a little bit, so they're looking for some revenge tonight.
Well, it's interesting how you upgraded that to a stinker from whatever that was last week. But yeah, we got a lot going on here tonight. We've got Leslie Blevins is going to join us here in just a moment. We got homecoming going on. We got some dancers coming out. We got something getting ready to happen out on the field. We got a lot of great stuff. Big broadcast for you tonight. While we're thinking about it, let's talk to our friend Leslie Blevins.
Guys, we do have a very big game tonight. We are live on YouTube. Tonight's game is going to be aired, the full game on YouTube. So if you want to stick around and watch it on YouTube, you absolutely can. It is homecoming, so right at 6:30, we should see some festivities going on the field. We will recognize everybody in the court, and then hopefully immediately following the announcement of the King and Queen, I will have an interview with them. At halftime tonight, we will see a performance from the Alpha Dancers. We will also speak to BTES CEO Clayton Dow, and then we will hear from the band from West Ridge. We have lots of interviews going on throughout the night. Right here on the sidelines, we will be seeing the cheerleaders, the dance team, the student section. I believe it's blackout night based on what we see in the crowd. We will also have a special guest with us at halftime. If you've watched any of our previous games this season, you may know who that is coming up, but we'll save that surprise at the beginning of halftime. So make sure that you tune in for that so you know who that is. Lots going on tonight, so we hope that you'll stick around throughout the whole game and see all of the action. I'm going to send it back to Michael and Ruben.
Leslie, was it all the black shirts that gave away the blackout?
Yes, that could have been it.
I was just making sure that we were tracking on the same page.
That's right.
With that there. So West Ridge came in last week to the game with Dobyns-Bennett, like you were saying. They were trying to put them away for the first time. That's becoming a quick rivalry across the town here.
Absolutely, and West Ridge has motivation because Dobyns-Bennett has beaten every single Sullivan County school that they have ever played since 1993.
Wow.
That was the last time that a Sullivan
stat.
County school has beaten Dobyns-Bennett. And so that's quite a while. Now, Tennessee High does not count in that list because they're a Bristol City school. But the Sullivan County schools, they have lost the last 30 years against Dobyns-Bennett.
That's pretty tough right there. Ain't no hands like them DB hands, as they like to say. Hey, just real quick while I'm thinking about it, too, Sullivan Central Middle School right down the road here, which is a feeder school for this school, is 6-0 for the first time. So we want to shout out to all those football players and everybody having a good time out there. So you guys keep it up. Keep having a great season. Stick around. We got some more football coming up. We got homecoming coming up. We got all kinds of great festivities going on. We got this great student section we're going to get involved in just a minute. So stick around, football fans. We got a lot coming your way.
In the heart of the Appalachian Mountains, where the spirit of community runs deep, Bristol, Tennessee Essential Services has been a cornerstone in our area for almost 80 years. Founded in 1945, BTES began with a simple mission: to bring reliable electricity to every home and business in Bristol. Through decades of dedication, innovation, and unwavering service, we've powered dreams and brightened lives. Today, we stand as a testament of progress, offering state-of-the-art services while honoring our rich legacy. Bristol, Tennessee Essential Services, our community's trusted resource for energy and connectivity. yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Timeless country.
Oh, play me some mountain music.
She said, here's your one chance, fancy, don't let me down.
The good stuff that brings back so many memories. 96.3, The Possum.
And that's why I hang my hat in Tennessee.
96.3, The Possum.
Welcome back to the Possum pregame. It's your old pal Ruben Ferry. I'm here with Michael Braddock as always. Leslie Blevins has already joined us, so I'm not going to introduce her again because you can get too much if you know what I'm saying. All right, check out this nice campus we got going on here, the newest school in Sullivan County. So we haven't really got a chance to see Westridge yet. We've had 3 other games.
Yep.
So tell us about Westridge, kind of where they are in their season, what's going on with the team.
Yeah, well, and outside of last week, they scored 13 points against Dobyns-Bennett, but that was late in the fourth quarter when Dobyns-Bennett had put some of their backups in, kind of that junk time at the end of a ball game after that game was pretty sealed away.
When you're a freshman playing that time, that's not junk time.
That's not junk to you, no. But at the same time, prior to that, in the first 2 games, Westridge has scored 89 points. So they can hang up points on anybody, and they came off of a huge win against Volunteer earlier, and they're excited for the prospect of the
real quick,
the
Mike, we're going to go check out what's out here, and we'll come right back with more Westridge stuff.
Funds are federally insured by NCUA. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to midfield as Westridge Principal Dr. George Leo presents a Westridge game ball to Rachel York representing ECU. How about a big Westridge thank you round of applause to Eastman Credit Union for supporting Westridge High School.
Out there with the athletic director on the field, that dog's name is Ridge, and a couple of his kids and stuff like that. He's the principal here at Westridge. All right, so back to what we were talking about the team.
Yeah, just about their offense. They are really excited about the prospects of their offense for this season. Trey Frazier is healthy again. He was hurt last year, but he's healthy again. 3-year starter for him. He's got some really nice weapons on the outsides. He's got tremendous running back help. The offensive line, they've got to prove themselves. They did over the first 2 weeks, but they kind of got a little pushed around a little bit against Dobyns-Bennett. But ain't no shame in that. A lot of people get pushed around when it comes to Dobyns-Bennett. So
that's true.
They're excited about the season, the prospects. They went to the playoffs last year. They're looking to host a playoff game this year.
That would be fantastic. And just for the record, for those people who are from Daniel Boone who call themselves DB, that's not the same thing. And you know who you are, Kenley Blevins. You know exactly who you are. But we'll be right back here at Westridge here in just a moment with a lot more football, homecoming presentations, all kinds of great stuff. Stick around. It's going to be a good time.
Hey, I'm Josh Horner. I'm the franchise owner-operator at Chick-fil-A at the Pinnacle in Bristol, Tennessee. I joined Chick-fil-A in 1996 as a teenager and worked for Chick-fil-A through college, and we've loved being able to come back to Bristol and open our Chick-fil-A here. We have been very thankful and appreciative for the work that BTES has done for us with the reliability of their services. We've been pleased to use them for our internet and phone services as well as electrical utilities. Everything has been phenomenal, especially the business services division, which has provided great support for us.
All right, welcome back here to Airport U, or UCLA, upper corner left of the airport. We're here at Westridge tonight with some BTES Power 7 football gridiron game day action for you here. You're joining us now on the Possum pregame. You might be watching us on Facebook, but if you're not, you can also watch us on YouTube tonight as well. And we're not on Facebook, I just found out.
We've changed to
YouTube.
Things around. Okay. You know, it's an ever-flowing thing.
Yeah, sometimes we're on Facebook. Sometimes you should check it. You should follow them all. Like, subscribe, follow, do all that kind of stuff. And we got our homecoming activities are starting to roll out here slowly but surely. All right, we're going to kick it to the dancers right now and see what they got going on.
Grades kindergarten through middle school attended the Alphas Dance Clinic and learned dance routines to Disney movie songs. The ladies worked hard to learn the routines, and we are so excited to perform on the field for the Westridge community. And now for your pregame entertainment, the world-famous Westridge Alphas and their 73 guest dancers.
In with the new, goodbye clouds of gray, hello skies of blue. I dip in the pool, I trip to the spa, endless days in my chaise, the whole world according to moi. Excuse me. Thank you. Iced tea imported from England, lifeguards imported from Spain, towels imported from Turkey, and turkey imported from Maine. We're gonna relax and renew. You go do. I want fabulous, that is my simple request. All things fabulous, bigger and better and best. I need something inspiring to help me get along. I need a little fabulous, is that so wrong? Fetch me my Jimmy Choo flip-flops. Where is my pink Prada tote? I need my Tiffany hairband. And then I can go for a float. Someone like never before. I want more.
She wants fabulous, that is a simple request. All things fabulous, bigger and better and best. She needs something inspiring to help her get along. She needs a little fabulous, is that so wrong? Fabulous pool,
Ew.
fabulous splash.
Read my lips.
Fabulous parties, even fabulous trash. Fabulous fashion,
No.
fabulous bling.
Yeah?
She's gotta have
Don't freak out, it's okay, 'cause true love can save the day. And I think we feel the same, but I don't know. When we met, it was sweet, he was also into me. Seems like things are meant to be, but I don't know. Does he love me, or does he love me not? Do I love him, and is it strong enough? One kiss, it all comes down to this. One kiss, oh. One kiss, this moment could be it. I wanna know, so here I go. Keep it cool, keep it calm, think he's loved me all along, but maybe I got it wrong, so I don't know. He's so good, got my back, but maybe I'm just too bad. Could we be a perfect match? No, I don't know. Does he love me, or does he love me not? Do I love him, and is it strong enough? One kiss, it all comes down to this. One kiss, one kiss, this moment could be it. I wanna know, so here I go. You ready? Here we go. Life is just a party, so come as you are. Dress it up or dress it down, don't forget your guitar. Yeah, just be courageous, 'cause style's contagious. Everyone can rock out like a superstar. Let's get crazy. Get up and dance, take a swing, do your thing. If we're taking a chance, let's get crazy. Yeah, just kick up your heels, don't miss out, time to shout. Always keeping it real, let's get crazy. Our songs, our style, our hair, our smile, our laughs, our heart, our grace, our smart. You see me on the cover of a magazine. Let's get crazy. Get up and dance, take a swing, do your thing. It's worth taking a chance. Let's get crazy. Yeah, just kick up your heels, don't miss out, time to shout. Always keeping it real, let's get crazy.
Ladies and gentlemen, a big Westridge round of applause for our Westridge Alphas and their guest dancers.
Westridge Wolves tonight hosting the Lakeway Lions. We're out here right now ready for the homecoming activities to start. And they look like they're lining up across the field. So we're going to lay out and let you guys hear the PA.
Throughout this week at Westridge, students and faculty have celebrated homecoming week with events like a volleyball tournament, a talent show, dress-up days, and class games. Tonight, we crown the 2024 Homecoming King and Queen. Tomorrow, we close the week out with our homecoming dance. Definitely a fun week to celebrate our school and make lasting memories. Welcome to the crowning of the 2024 Westridge Homecoming Royalty. Our first female candidate is Miss Callie Baker. Callie is the 16-year-old daughter of Joni and L.T. Ketron. She plans to attend the University of Tennessee to pursue a degree in veterinary medicine. Callie is escorted by our first male candidate, Mr. Andrew Aki. Andrew is the 17-year-old son of Jamie and Seth Aki. Andrew's future plans include attending King University and becoming an elementary teacher. Ms. Callie Baker and Mr. Andrew Aki. Our next female candidate is Miss Izzy Bellamy. Izzy is the 18-year-old daughter of Angela Henderson and Scott Bellamy. Izzy's future plans are to attend East Tennessee State University and major in music education. Izzy is escorted by our second male candidate, Mr. Peyton Barker. Peyton is the son of Kim Powers and Chad Barker. After graduation, Peyton plans to attend ETSU and major in radiology. Miss Izzy Bellamy and Mr. Peyton Barker. Our third female candidate is Miss Isabel Brickey. Isabel is the 17-year-old daughter of Jessica and Jason Brickey. She plans to further her academic studies and athletic career. Isabel is escorted today by Mr. Wes Belcher. Wes is the 18-year-old son of April and Randy Belcher. He plans to attend the University of Tennessee and major in mechanical engineering. Miss Isabel Brickey and Mr. Wes Belcher. Our fourth female candidate is Miss Nellie Sue Cresci. Nellie Sue is the 17-year-old daughter of Brandy and Mark Cresci. Her future plans are to attend Northeast State and obtain a nursing degree so she can become a midwife. Nellie Sue is escorted by our next male candidate, Mr. Cash Billheimer. Cash is the 17-year-old son of Amber Johnston and Josh Billheimer. Josh's future plans are to attend East Tennessee State University and major in psychology to become a teacher. Miss Nellie Sue Cresci and Mr. Cash Billheimer. Our next female candidate is Miss Daisy Ketron. Daisy is the 17-year-old daughter of Christy and Greg Ketron. She plans to further her education at Northeast State and at East Tennessee State University. Daisy is escorted by our fifth male candidate, Mr. Hayden Black. Hayden is the son of Whitney Johnston and Kyle Black. Hayden plans to attend TCAC to become a heavy equipment operator. Miss Daisy Ketron and Mr. Hayden Black. Our sixth female candidate is Miss Laura Lunarazzo. Laura is the 17-year-old daughter of Linda and Tony Lunarazzo. Her future plan is to major in criminology and become a lawyer. Laura is escorted by our next male candidate, Mr. Trey Frazier. Trey is the 17-year-old son of Christy and Richard Frazier. His future plans include attending the University of Tennessee and becoming a chemical engineer. Miss Laura Lunarazzo and Mr. Trey Frazier. Our next female candidate is Miss Bailey Quillen. Bailey is the 17-year-old daughter of Beth and Brian Quillen. Bailey is planning to further her education at East Tennessee State University and become a radiation therapist. Bailey is escorted by our seventh male candidate, Mr. Tanner McReynolds. Tanner is the 17-year-old son of Denise and Jeff McReynolds. His future plans include attending East Tennessee State University and majoring in business and marketing. Miss Bailey Quillen and Mr. Tanner McReynolds. Our eighth female candidate is Miss Grace Quillen. Grace is the 17-year-old daughter of Jennifer and Chris Quillen. She is wanting to major in civil engineering at either the University of Tennessee or the University of Georgia. Grace is escorted by Mr. Jacob Pratt. Jacob is the 17-year-old son of Caroline and Jamie Pratt. Jacob plans to attend Middle Tennessee State University and major in theater. Ms. Grace Quillen and Mr. Jacob Pratt. Our final female candidate is Ms. Chloe Weber. Chloe is the 17-year-old daughter of Heather and Corey Weber. Chloe plans to attend King University or Milligan University and study veterinary medicine. Chloe is being escorted by our ninth male candidate, Mr. Ryan Stidham. Ryan is the 18-year-old son of Georgina and Johnny Gibson. His future plans are to attend East Tennessee State University and major in business. Miss Chloe Weber and Mr. Ryan Stidham. At this time, we want to welcome back to our Westridge Homecoming festivities our 2023 Homecoming King and Queen, Mr. Reed Hass and Miss Mallory Johnson. Ladies and gentlemen, our 2024 Homecoming King is Mr. Andrew Aki. And our 2024 Homecoming Queen is Izzy Bellamy. Congratulations, King Andrew Aki and Queen Izzy Bellamy. Again, congratulations to King Andrew Aki and Queen Izzy Bellamy and their entire court. Throughout the week, each class has competed for homecoming points. Tonight, we would like to honor the winning class with a spirit stick, and the class with the most points are the seniors. Congratulations, seniors.
All right, congratulations to everybody who got a chance to participate in homecoming, and especially our homecoming king and queen, who Leslie's going to get a chance to talk to here in just a second. And then the seniors won the points for the entire week for homecoming as well. So come back here in just a few minutes. We're going to have an introduction with the teams, an interview with the king and queen, and a lot of football action for you tonight. Welcome back to Westridge here tonight. Stick around for some more Gridiron Game Day. Welcome back to Westridge tonight here. The Wolves are taking on the Lions from Lakeway Christian Academy, a school that's only about 6 years old, or at least their football program is. And the Wolves are coming off kind of a disappointing week from last week, but like Mike said earlier, they had scored almost 90 points coming into that game, so they are very confident in their offense. We're going to get a chance to see some of that. And we were talking about the disparity in the roster sizes, that Westridge has over 80 players, and well, I think Leslie's ready now. I am done vamping, Leslie. You can go ahead.
Thanks so much, guys. I'm here with our homecoming king and queen. So first, I want to talk about all that you're involved in here at Westridge.
All right, I'm Andrew Aki. I'm in National Honor Society, Beta Club, Unified Champions Club. I do First Priority. Sorry, on the spot. It's a lot. It's a lot. I'm on the wrestling team this year, and I'm 4 years into volleyball.
And what about you?
I'm a part of the, I'm Izzy Bellamy, and I'm a part of the Westridge Marching Band. I also do Unified Champion Clubs. We're co-presidents.
Fantastic.
Yes.
I know, it's on the spot.
Yeah, I know.
Just ask them all these questions.
Yeah, I'm also in National Honor Society, and yeah.
Awesome. So what does this mean to you all to be named by your fellow students as homecoming king and queen?
Oh, this means the world. I just moved down here less than 2 years ago. I haven't even lived here for 2 years. We moved here from New York, and to just like feel this is such an achievement, just to like know that I have like a community here at Westridge.
Absolutely. What about you?
It means a lot. I really did not think I was gonna get it, and then like my heart was like thumping. I was like, oh gosh, and I don't know. It means a lot to know that all these people care for like us so much. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Absolutely. And let's go ahead and talk about your plans after high school.
I plan to go to ETSU. I might do the 2 for years at Northeast State, but I think I'm gonna go to ETSU and I'm gonna get my music education and then teach kids.
Fantastic. And what about you?
Well, I'd like to work on getting a scholarship to King on a volleyball scholarship, and getting my major in education and become an elementary school teacher.
All right, I've got 2 teachers right here next to me, so hopefully we'll see you in a few years when you come back, and we'll be here maybe at Westridge. Well, thank you so much. Congratulations, you all. Such an honor. I'm going to send it back to the guys.
Thank you, Leslie, so much. Again, here at Westridge tonight, that's your homecoming king and queen. Both of them were surprised and excited to be here. And a lot of stuff going on here tonight, but what we did get to do this week, Mike, we did get a chance to talk to Coach Hilton earlier this week, so let's take a listen and see what that sounds like.
Yeah, up to this point, we had a fast start coming out against Volunteer. Good win there, and then against Daniel Boone, special teams played well, got another win there. Stumbled a little bit last week against Dobbins Bennett, wasn't very consistent in some things that we did, so coming back in this week trying to get things corrected and moving forward, looking forward to Lakeway. Offensively, just the consistency of gaining first downs and penalties have really hurt us this year, and that's on me. You know, an undisciplined team falls back on the head coach, so we're working on being more disciplined and making plays when we need to, and then defensively just continuing to line up and tackle in space.
Alrighty, Coach giving us a lot of info on his team. Like I said, some highs and some lows. And so tonight, though, for Lakeway Christian Academy and for Westridge, we're going to highlight a couple players that are going to be key players for each of these teams. The first one that we're going to look at is the player from Lakeway Christian Academy, and that is number 1, Jace Ballard. Jace Ballard is a running back. He lines up in running back sometimes he lines up as wide receiver, and he's a threat anytime he gets the ball. He has tremendous speed. He gets out there. If he gets into open space and you lose contain on him, he is going to be gone. He also, a lot of these players, like we said, small roster size, so they play both ways. So he is going to be crucial in the defensive back as well, because we know that Trey Frazier is going to try to throw the ball around a little bit. And the key player for Westridge is a new to the position, not new to the team, Trent Tatum. He has transitioned from interior offensive line to now the tight end position, and he is a senior here. He's a standout guy. He's a huge guy, big target, and he's going to be a really big asset, not just for pass blocking, but also being able to leak out, go out for those passes, because we know a lot of times Frazier does really good in his progressions. He'll check down to that tight end position, so look for Tatum to be involved a lot tonight.
Okay, so we were talking earlier about the Sullivan Central Middle School. The guys over there in the orange and white jerseys, we got them in the back. That's the Pee Wee team we're looking at there, but right behind those guys is our 6-0 Sullivan Central. They haven't been 6-0 in a long time, they were telling me. And so they were excited, and they were telling me all about their season. They beat South Green just last week, which they thought that was going to be a tight game. They ended up running away with that one. So congratulations to them. You guys keep it up. Keep having a great season. All right, back here on the field, we have the ROTC is lined up. I imagine we're going to get the colors here very soon. We're going to get a chance to get to see the new Wolf Walk tonight, too, as well, as they come down through here. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back here, upper corner left of the airport at Westridge.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in-app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Back at the Ridge tonight, that is your new homecoming king and queen there walking the track, talking to their adoring fans who all voted for him. That's how they became king and queen, you know. Not a constitutional monarchy, just a ceremonial position for the year. How do you feel about that, Mike?
I can get behind that.
Speaking of ceremonial position for a year, this is the first true Westridge class this year.
That's right, yeah. The previous class that graduated last year had played together all 4 years in football, but this is the first time where this class, this football team, they have not gone to any other school. All they have known for their high school career is Westridge, and so they're all in with the Wolves here, and they've been trying to build a culture. Coach Hilton had been talking about trying to build that football culture, build a sense of pride here, a sense of togetherness, and I think he's really accomplished that. And
as we see the new Wolf Walk, part of the culture that he's trying to do here. All the guys that are seniors here are seniors because they started out as freshmen here, as opposed to when we brought Sullivan North, Sullivan Central, Sullivan East together. We had Patriots and Raiders and Cougars, and now what we got are all Wolves. And so it's interesting to see this. This is the fourth year of the program. They've made a couple playoff appearances. They've had some good games against Dobbins-Bennett and Science Hill. And as a team, they're growing. But as we know, players cycle in and out. Every time you think you're starting to get on, then somebody up and graduates or something silly like that. So we can see our Wolves walking in right now. There's big number 82. We were talking about him as one of our key players to watch. He used to wear 75, but now he's wearing 82. So he looks to be a key part of the offense. They're going to walk the length in front of the, just behind the student section here, in front of the stands, and then they're going to go down the steps right in front of us. I imagine one of them will blow us a kiss. I don't know why they wouldn't. And then they're going to come down here where we've got all these Pee Wee football players, all the NFL team flag football players, all these programs, all these youth programs in the area. They'll walk by the 6-0 Sullivan Central Cougars. And some Huskies are out there as well. And then another Pee Wee team, Cougars, like the next level down. And here come the Wolves.
And I kind of like this new tradition. Previously, they would enter, just run out on the field right over near the field house, but getting a chance to walk through, almost kind of a la the Vol walk through the fans and right by the student section, just a sense of pride, a sense of getting hyped up a little bit, everybody hearing all the positive things coming in from the fans and from the crowd as you walk down, and a chance to show off these great looking uniforms too. They are pretty crisp looking.
Yeah, I'm very partial to blue and white. Unicoi County tonight taking on the Sullivan East Patriots. I have to say go big blue. I mean, that's just... So when I was a senior, we had the Veterans Park right next to our stadium, and they had planted trees in memoriam for some of the guys that had, some of the veterans that had died during war. And so we would walk under the boughs of these trees that were planted in honor. Some of those trees, started going bad, so they cleared that out, and now they walk through a set of tanks down through there for the Devil walk down through there. So I love this. I love this kind of tradition. I love that they're setting this early in the history of the school. They've got all the younger players out there. 83 players on the roster tonight versus 38 on the Lakeway roster, and they're starting to come out of the locker room on the other side of the field. We've got the ROTC is coming out to the 20-yard line for a touchback in colors. Some great drone footage here, as usual. A little bit more of a drawn back. They've had some pretty big homecoming ceremonies in the past here, where there's a parade of cars that went all the way around the field, and just probably about a third of what they normally do.
Yeah, and new school, you try new things. It turned out that took a really long time for that parade of cars to go around. And they were thinking,
it started as soon as the last class let out, and then it ran till it got dark. Wolves coming in here. You see the Lakeway fellas down in the south end zone. And here come your Wolves.
Your Westridge Wolves.
All the little fellas behind them, they're going to run the length of the field, getting out in front of the student section. Here come all the other teams coming through. Lakeway lined up in the end zone for the presentation of the colors. A couple of late dads wanted to run through the tunnel as well, and who can blame them? And now the Air Force ROTC with the presentation of the colors.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's color guard is under the direction of Cadet Vivian Edwards, along with Cadets Sarah Lawson, Ethan Foreman, Logan Turner, and the Westridge Sabre Corps. We ask that you please rise for the singing of our national anthem, sung by the Westridge Women's Choir Ensemble.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
96.3 Possum pregame here, presentation of the colors, singing of the national anthem. We're about to get ready here for the coin toss. Lakeway School out of Morristown, Christian Academy down there. I think they're linked with some of the folks from Manly Baptist down there, great church where we have some friends down here. And they're also linked with Tri-City Christian up here, all part of the same school network. And we're starting to see the captains line up here with the refs, even though Lakeway is still down in the south end zone. Waiting to come out for the coin toss. Beautiful night out here tonight. Low 70s, nice little breeze coming through. Great weather for football.
Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome the Lakeway Christian Academy Lions to the field.
So, Mike, the TSSAA is divided up into a couple different categories for schools. One of them is private schools, which is where Lakeway would fall under.
Right, yeah, they are in Division II AA East, and they're stacked up with several other Christian schools and private schools. They've actually got, they're in an 8-team region. They've got Boyd Buchanan, Knoxville Grace, Silverdale, Notre Dame, Chattanooga Christian, Christian Academy in Knoxville, and Knoxville Webb, in addition to Lakeway Christian. So they try to put the private schools together. That way it's a little more of an even
a little bit more competitive for them. Let's hear what they got going on with the coin toss at midfield.
All right, guys, y'all the captains now, okay? For the best team, I prefer to use white. On team, I prefer to use blue, okay? Heads, tail. For the best team, I'm going to let them call it. If you drop it, we'll do it again. What would you like? Heads. It is a head. Okay, you've won the toss. You want the first. Everybody stay still.
Lakeway has won the toss, deferred to the second half.
Okay, you go right there. You come up here with me. All right, gentlemen, let's play some football.
Westridge will receive. Officials for tonight's game. Game clock.
On the Ridge tonight, Westridge Wolves are hosting the Lakeway Lions tonight for the season opener for us here at Westridge High School. We've got Wolves and Lions going at it. It's kind of almost like a Jungle Book kind of thing, Mike. What do you think about that?
And I saw the little peewee teams. They had the Huskies, the Cougars, and you got the Wolves and the Lions and Tigers and Bears.
This is the head coach for Lakeway here. A lot of tight pants on that sideline. I don't know if anybody else noticed that during warm-ups. A lot of tight pants.
I certainly did.
I knew you would. Here's Coach Hilton. Came over here from Sullivan South, where he had good success there for many years. In fact, one of the first guys to get signed with ETSU came from his program over at Sullivan South when they restarted their football program over there. So Lakeway has won the coin toss and elected to defer till the second half. So here come your Westridge Wolves. This is number 5, Jackson Price. Back to receive. Nice, deep, booming kick. Going to drive him back to about the 7-yard line. And good coverage. Lakeway got him tripped up just a little bit. Made it out to about the 28-yard line where the offense will take over. Trey Frazier coming back after injury from last year. They still made it into the playoffs from last year.
Yeah, Bryson Horn did a great job filling in for Trey Frazier when he was out. But Frazier, he has the arm that you need for 6A football. And look for him to, as the years have gone by, they've opened up the playbook and opened it up even more. So it's wide open for him now. Tons of options for him.
Tight formation here. That's not a prediction of the score on the screen, by the way, folks. Handoff inside, not going very far, is Ethan Amix.
Yeah, Amix, the primary running back and ball carrier here. He has visited the end zone several times. You see our Sunbelt Rentals Westridge offense there. And again, you've got Amix. You look for Bannon and Mab as well as Price for the wide receiver core and Tatum. All of them will be involved in the passing game at some point as they spread this ball around.
2 wing backs with a single back in the backfield. Amix in motion. A little bit of misdirection and trickeration, but it didn't go very far. Number 4, Brody Fields, tackled in the backfield for a loss.
Yeah, definitely not the start that Coach Hilton was predicting or hoping for here for Westridge, especially, like I said, coming off of a pretty big struggle. They struggled to get yardage against Dobbins-Bennett last week, and you'd want to get that momentum coming in for your offense this week to start off.
Number 0, number 1 are the numbers you're going to hear a lot, but this Lakeway defense looking to try to stop as we get an almost sack. Didn't quite wrap him up, tried to give him a little dipsy doodle. Broke the tackle, bringing up 4th down. First series for the Wolves. Didn't look very good. And of course, they probably got a little bit of homecoming jitters, a lot of stuff like that. They'll calm down and get into their offense here. So we're going to see our first punt for the evening.
Yeah, and the Lions roster is small, but these guys still are talented. They've come out, they've got a few years under their belt for the football program, and there's no doubt about their abilities.
Fielded by number 1 for Lakeway, tackled at midfield. That's Jace Ballard, and that was kicked by number 14, Dylan Brannon. You guys can't see Mike scratching out a name on the roster. That just took him down to 37, Mike. I don't know what's going on.
Well, initially they had listed 2 players at number 60.
Gotcha.
So Caden Tennell is the number 60 for tonight.
Starting on the 50-yard line, the Lakewood, some sort of XFL-style huddle as they all look at their wrist rockets and get ready to go. Spread formation here, single wingback back there. As Westridge tries to adjust. A little bit of shovel pass out across the 40 down to the 30. Ridden out of bounds by number 14, Dylan Brennan, is Jace Ballard on a nice little gain there.
And you can see some of that explosive speed that we were talking about. He caught the edge. Ballard did a great job, or Bannon, sorry, did a great job of reining in Ballard. But again, when he gets that corner, when he sees a gap, he's not afraid to shoot it. And Westridge is going to have to make sure that they keep him in check if they're going to win this ball game.
He's in the slot for this one. They're on the 29-yard line. That was a 21-yard run. Shovel pass again, handoff in front, and he just barrels straight ahead, out across the 25, brought down around the 24. Moving the pile pretty well up front too. Is Lakeway. The problem with a roster size like this is the attrition when you get into late third quarter, early fourth quarter kind of stuff, where a lot of these guys are going to be playing both ways. They're going to start getting tired. And it's going to be tough on them.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Depth is big, especially when you're playing a 6A team.
Out of the pistol, Ballard in motion again, fake. Going to be kept this time by number 0 as he gets out across the 20, maybe even to the 15. That's Jesse Stump.
Yeah, this is the usual 1-2 punch for them at running back / wide receiver position, but they've got Stump in there right now in almost kind of a wildcat option.
Trent Tatum there at 75 is also number 82, if you see him on the screen like that. Hayden and Gabe Music. Sam Perry, Dylan Bannon, we've already heard his name, and Caden Coates. Those are some of the other names you're going to be hearing a lot tonight, as well as Lakeway comes back up to the line of scrimmage in a tighter formation. We got a flag down on the field. Before the plays, probably the offense. It's Mr. Hutchins. As they push the Lions back. All right, 5-yard penalty pushes them back to 1st and 15. So back to the 20-yard line. Stump again, trying to dive straight ahead, gets about 4 yards. Bringing up 2nd down for the Lions.
Again, for Lakeway, typically you'll see number 4, Jake Pollock, back there at the quarterback position. But I think they knew coming into Westridge they're going to face a very physical team that's pretty good up there up front. So they're trying to get that extra blocker by kind of transitioning to that wildcat formation. And it looks like Stump and Ballard are kind of switching off the responsibilities of that wildcat position.
Out of the pistol formation, Ballard back in the quarterback spot, and of course, like Mike said, wildcat dives straight ahead as he goes between the guard and tackle. It looks like he got about 6 or 7 yards on that one as well, bringing up 3rd down for the Lions. I'm trying to see where they're going to spot this ball. United Southeast Federal Credit Union with our replays here. You can see him dive straight ahead. Push his line forward.
Yeah, pretty good push there. Good job by Tanner Mims, number 53, of breaking down and forcing Ballard to cut that back inside. That's not where he wanted to go, but he had no other choice.
So it looks like we've got Stump and Ballard both in receiver positions here.
Yeah, Pollock in there at quarterback.
Almost looked like a false start, trying to do a bubble screen out here to the side. Just not enough time. Ball stayed in the air way too long to set up, and especially with this short a distance where they're going to be able to close in.
Yeah, just a quick throw out there, but Westridge did a great job of collapsing down and into the ball. You see Brody Fields and Gabe Music, both of those guys coming in to make that tackle. A huge stop there on 3rd down to make sure that this is 4th and long for the Lions.
Lions can still get a 1st down here, even though it's 4th and 9. It doesn't look like they're electing to kick.
Now you see again Pollock there in the quarterback position. He has the much better arm as opposed to Stump and Ballard.
And it looks like the play clock may have run down. And they called the timeout just in time before it hurt them. All right, let's take a quick break. While they're taking a quick break, we'll be right back here at Westridge for some more football action here on Gridiron Game Day, BTS Power 7.
Did you know that United Southeast Federal Credit Union has loans for all kinds of things, like a house, a new car, or even a big old camper? They can help make it happen. If you want to go on vacation, like to a baseball game, USF CU is here to help. You can apply for loans online or in person, whether it's for something big or something small, like your first used car, which I'll need soon. I wonder if they can help me buy a baseball team. Hey Siri, remind me to ask Mom.
Our man Briggs is going to buy him a baseball team. Maybe it's the Johnson City Doughboys, because I really enjoy going over there and watching games.
It's 4th and 9, Lions.
All right, the Lions have talked about it, mostly because they had to because of the play clock. Same spread formation. Pollock and trying to get a hard count. Nobody moved. One guy really thought about it, though. Number 20, Lucas Callahan there at the bottom of your screen. He's open in the end zone right now. Westridge flushing out the quarterback who dove straight ahead, got about 2 yards. Looked like he got his head twisted around for it, but that's going to be a turnover on downs. And Westridge is going to get a chance to come out here with their offense and redeem that first drive.
Yeah, that Westridge defensive stand right there was kind of a bend, don't break mentality, as you saw, again, the elusiveness and the speed of Ballard combined with the hard-nosed running of Stump as well. Pollock just nowhere to go with it. He missed a read there in the end zone. Like you said, there was a guy open, but he just didn't even have time really to go through his progressions and set his feet to get the ball out there. Westridge was in the backfield quick.
Hayden Music was the guy in the backfield putting the pressure on. Frazier's going to keep it after a little play action. He's out across the 30 before he's finally brought down by Ballard. And that's going to be a first down.
It's 1st and 10, Westridge.
Yeah, we talk about Trey Frazier's arm and his ability to get the ball out there, and Coach Hilton has even said that people kind of underrate Frazier's running ability, and he's got those long, lanky strides out there, and he kind of shows you that you've got to respect his ability to run as well.
Same formation again, same play. Going to go off tackle this time and try to cut it outside as he cuts across the 40 over the 45 and is brought down out of bounds right around the 48-yard line in front of his bench. He looks just a little bit taller than everybody on the Lakeway side, too.
Just a hair. Now, good job of Frazier going to the left side, so he puts the ball in his left arm on the outside arm, tries to get out of Ballard's grasp, but Ballard does a great job of holding on and bringing him down.
Frazier out of the shotgun there. Handoff inside. That's number 1, Ethan Amix. Dive straight ahead between guard and tackle for a gain of about 3.
And we haven't seen him bust out a lot of yardage so far this game, but we know that they are definitely capable. And one thing, though, that you see on the offensive line for Westridge is that they've got a couple of sophomores in there. They're working on depth. They're working on trying to make sure that players don't play both ways, so that sometimes means that you got to put some underclassmen in key positions.
Play action. Toss to the big man outside as he gets across the 50 and the 45. That's Trent Tatum. We talked about him during our pregame show, our 96.3 Possum pregame show.
It's 3rd and 2, Wolves.
Nice little 3-yard out pattern here. Hits his guy on the run, little run pass option. They call it RPO as he looks out there to see if, I'm sure Frazier wanted to run that. But he also wants to pad some of those passing stats too. Under center this time, tight formation. Trying to only go a couple yards, so they went into their goal line. False start on the Wolves. This ref already looks like he's over it, didn't he? I mean,
I wasn't
like,
going to say anything, but he just like,
I think you know good and well. I can't not say anything, Mike.
He had to walk away about 5 yards. He's like,
these kids, what are they doing? False start. 3rd and 6 for the Wolves. A little bit farther to go this time, so they're spreading the formation out back into the pistol. Play action again is Frazier looking to throw back. Finds Tatum out in the flats, almost got him. That wouldn't have been quite enough for a first down anyway, but I also don't think that defensive back was going to knock him down either.
No, I take Tatum in that matchup 99 times out of 100.
Just on the other side of the 50-yard line, just ever so slightly. So we got a pooch punt going on here. We're going to try to just sling it down there, go for it. I guess we're going for the punt. Number 14, Dylan Bannon back. Good protection. Fielded cleanly by Ballard, looking for some room to run, and he's out back across the 40, holding on to the ball. He's to the 45 before he's pushed out of bounds. I'm surprised they did not get a flag on the Westridge sideline there, because as Ballard was running out of bounds, there was a couple of Westridge guys that put a shoulder into
just
it.
a hi, how you doing kind of.
That's more like tell your mother I said hello kind of thing. I don't know. That's not copacetic when you're twice the size of the other team.
They were just trying to stop his momentum.
Yeah.
That's the argument.
Most people wrap up instead of like chip block them, but I don't know.
But again, you can see they have some really good athletes in these skill positions. Ballard is fast, and he is hard-nosed, not afraid of contact. And Westridge is, like I said, they're keying in on him, and for good reason.
Ballard in motion, shovel pass, going to cut it back to the inside. A lot of blue jerseys there, nobody putting a hand on him until he gets out across the 40-yard line, down around the 38, and they're doing a good job moving the ball here.
Yeah, and that's an option that you have now that Pollock is in there. You can see that he's got options, and he just kind of tosses it up to Stump, and Stump runs ahead for a huge chunk of yardage here. Westridge, they've got to do a better job of that linebacker core not losing contain and just funneling to the ball. They're kind of getting bypassed by the speed of Ballard and Stump so far.
Yeah, Gabe Music made him go back to the inside. I think he wanted to try to cut the corner, but it wasn't happening. Oh, I'm surprised that wasn't false start either.
That's two of them.
Yeah. Stump again trying to make the corner, about a yard on the gain. Bringing up second down for the Lions.
Yeah, like we said, that's the second time that it looks like multiple offensive linemen are kind of expecting or predicting the snap count or the snap, and it's at best simultaneous movement, but it looks like it's early.
Yeah, it looked like it was just a fraction early. Let's see what the Lions have dialed up here. We got 4 receivers in the game again.
Okay.
Got a flag on.
I was about to say, that slot receiver took off a good half a second at least.
False start. Number 70 of the offense. This is bring back up second down. All right, let's play football again. Second and 14 now for the Lions.
This is an opportunity for Westridge to take advantage of that penalty and really pin their ears back.
Back to pass again is Stump, getting flushed out of the pocket. Tosses one down. He's got a guy. That was Ballard to Stump. Not quite able to hang on to. That's number 8. That's Vineyard, the intended receiver there. Almost, but as he was throwing back across his body, the catch was going to be even harder.
Yeah, and you can see too right there that the inexperience, or Stump's not really used to throwing a ball on the run. You know, he's usually, if the ball's in his hand, he's running. So he's trying to do a good job of keeping his eyes upfield, but it's just a high ball, and it's a little bit behind him. He kind of has to turn his body to try to reel that in, and it just falls to the ground.
3rd and 14, the Lions back to pass, trying to the bubble screen again on the other side. The Wolves sniff it out. Ballard, however, able to make a couple of them miss and get a nice chunk of yardage. Still going to bring up 4th down for the Lions, but they're on their side of the field. Mike, what do you got here?
Yeah, I think that they're still going to go for it. I think this is 4-down territory for the Lions here. It's 4th and medium, manageable.
Yeah, I'd say between 5 and 6 yards there.
Try to draw them off sides right now, but you're not just drawing them off sides and then calling a timeout and punting it away. You're running a play here.
Yeah, as the play clock clicks down, the Wolves are doing a great job being disciplined on that because this is the 3rd chance that they've had to do that. Back to pass. Ballard diving ahead. That's not Ballard. That's Pollock. He was looking downfield. He was not able to, like you said before, they're in the backfield so much with the Wolves.
Yeah,
that's going to take them down.
When it's counted, they've really had some good push there from the defensive line into the backfield.
Number 4. All right, coming up at halftime. Coming up at halftime, we'll see a performance from the Alphas dance team and the West Ridge High School band. We'll also hear from our Burke Powers and Hardy Student of the Week and our BTES CEO, Clayton Dow. So stay tuned for that. Nutty the Squirrel will be here.
That's right. That was the little tease that Leslie had squirreled away in the pregame show.
I bet she did. Got another flag down on the field. Holding. 67 offense. That's been declined. That's going to bring up 2nd down because that was a good play for the Lions, and so they're going to keep the result of it. Yeah. 2nd and 15.
Coach Hilton was talking about penalties being a killer. They had 8 penalties that cost them 80 yards last week against Dobbins Bennett, and so far they've been penalized a few times already in the first quarter.
Frazier out of the shotgun with a back in the backfield and a wing back, which are all just lead blockers as he takes out across the 30 over the 40, pushed out of bounds around the 45 by number 0, Jess Stump.
Yeah, Frazier, that's been a great play for them, just kind of taking the Wildcat formation himself as well. Like I said, he's got the legs for it. His speed has greatly improved, as well as his field vision to try to find those gaps. Know when to go out of bounds as well.
Watch out down there, Steve. Handoff inside. That's Ethan Amex again. The problem with a team like Westridge, they have so many weapons, it's hard to keep it spread out and make sure that everybody gets a chance to touch the ball and do all those kind of things.
Yeah, because we haven't really seen any outside passes right now. Sometimes you try to lull that defense to sleep, expecting run, and then that opens up the outsides for some passing. So we'll see how the play calling progresses throughout the game.
Frazier on 2nd down. He's going to keep it, going to go to the right this time, runs right into some Lions. Gain of about 3 is going to bring up 3rd down for the Wolves. Right at the midfield stripe here. 3rd and about 5, maybe a long 4. Frazier also with a good arm, not just a good runner, also with a really good arm.
Yeah, he can put up passing yards with the best of them, especially in the region. He's one of the top quarterbacks in the region.
Amex in the backfield with him. 4 receiver set, back to pass. Looking downfield, and he's got a lane to run. And that should be enough for a Wolf 1st down as he gets out across the 45-yard line. Let's see where they decide to spot this ball.
Yeah, Frazier wisely just goes through his quick progressions. Things are covered up, so he sees the middle is open for him. And Isaiah Hawkins for the Lions trips him up, and not before he's able to reach that 1st down marker. And that'll get us to the end of the first quarter, Ruben.
End of the first quarter. That was a fast one. On the 41-yard line, I believe we have Leslie standing by. Leslie?
Thanks, guys. I'm here with the band directors of the West Ridge High School Band. So let's talk about this year's theme.
Sure. This year's theme is the Girl in Red. So it's kind of a Little Red Riding Hood kind of a show.
Gotcha. And how do you come up with the theme? Year after year, it's something different. How do you come up with it?
Right. So this is our first year of all West Ridge kids. So none of these kids went to South, Central, or North. So we wanted to make it kind of special and wolf themed, but we wanted to tie it in, kind of make it make sense. So that's why we have Red Riding Hood. But not to give it all away, but the wolf kind of wins at the end.
And unfortunately, we will not see the whole show tonight, but in a few weeks we will. When we're back here, we'll be able to see the full show, but we'll be able to see quite a bit of it tonight. Let's talk about your upcoming competitions where they're going to, actually do this performance.
Yeah, so our first contest is the last Saturday in September, and we're going to be at Davy Crockett. The next weekend, we're going to be up in Wise at Wise Central. And then the last 2 Saturdays in October, we're going to be at John Battle and then at Alcoa in Knoxville.
So you have a busy couple months, really. Fantastic. Well, we look forward to seeing the halftime show tonight and in a couple of weeks. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Back to the guys.
I don't mean to pick nits, Mike, but
you kind of have to
pretty
step
sure
up
it's
for
called David Crockett. And the reason I know that is because I was corrected many times on the air. One time when I did a game there by the public announcer, who every time I would say Davey, he would say, "It's David." Play action to Amex, pass out to number 10, Caleb Mabb. I don't think that's a good call. I'm sure would replay from United Southeast Federal Credit Union comes up here in a second will prove me wrong, but I think he got there at the same time the ball did.
To my naked eye, it looked like it was just a little early, and
that sounds like a Chili Pepper song.
That's right. So stump you see right here. Yeah, he gets that arm wrapped around the shoulder pads. I think that's what that back line judge saw, and so he's forced to throw that flag. Coach Wells is kind of just laughing that one off, like, come on.
That's going to be an automatic first down. It'll be the deepest push the Wolves have into enemy territory so far tonight.
Yeah, sets them up for a great opportunity here to put some points up on the board, something that they've been kind of lacking over the last week now into this first quarter as well.
Spread formation with a wing back. That's Tatum in the wing back position. Frazier rolling around. He's got a guy out in the flats. We do have a flag on the play. Out across the 15-yard line. That's number 14, Dylan Bannon, who's also been taking on punting duties tonight, but we have multiple laundry on the field.
Yeah, I was looking around for a flag if I had one too, because there were about 3 or 4 flags that got thrown out onto the field anyway.
Maybe we should keep like one of those t-shirt cannons full of flags over here. We would need it to get that far out there. Hold it, yeah. Yeah, whatever. We're gonna do first down. Come on.
He looks like he's about to fall asleep while this going.
The narcoleptic umpire. That's going to push that ball back to the 37-yard line. Still first down.
They must be doing something right to have the white hat on, so he must have some really good ref.
Maybe they went to tell him, like, hey, you can't ref anymore, but they got there and he's just like, what do you want? And so they just walked away. Like, they want to deal with it.
He's an emergency substitute for the original.
Shout out to our friends at Chick-fil-A for bringing us dinner tonight. Shout out to all my homies out at Panda Express in Johnson City as well, who are watching us on YouTube right now. Trey Frazier out of the pistol formation, trying to hit him on the out pattern. A little bit of a comeback to the outside. That's called the flag route.
Speaking of flags, we have one on the field.
We have one on the field. See how I set you up there?
You set him up, I spike it down.
Let's do it right here. That's a very weak play action.
Looks like an ineligible man downfield is the call. So that'll back up Westridge again unless the penalty is declined.
Let's see what he says. Sweet Jethro Pugh. Somebody was downfield that wasn't supposed to be there.
Yeah. They went ahead and declined that penalty because they'll just take the incomplete pass.
2nd and 20. Wolves. Three receivers coming to the near side of the screen. Frazier in the backfield with Amex. Need to make up some yardage here. Frazier looking downfield, get a little bit of pressure by the Lions, and he is sacked at the 50-yard line. Mike, who's that?
That's number 17, Nolan Bowers, flying in there virtually untouched there on the blitz. And this is one of the problems that you get with obvious passing situations. He's coming from the linebacker position. And it's a delayed blitz call. He's waiting, and then as soon as that hole opens up on the offensive line, he just shot right through there and was able to get to Frazier before he could do anything with the ball.
3rd and 30. Frazier back to pass, looking downfield. He's got a guy open. Ball is in and out of the hands of number 6, Isaac McGee. And that's going to bring up 4th down for the Wolves. They were up around the 30-yard line, and with penalties and sacks, they're back behind their midfield stripe.
Yeah, you can see this is a well-thrown ball, and that's where you want to put it. It was up to where it had to be high-pointed, but Isaiah Hawkins for the Lions made a great play to knock that ball down.
Fielded on the run up to the 25-yard line and pushing the pile forward. Finally, the refs are trying to save some knees. That was Jackson Price was the intended receiver, not Isaac McGee on that. We do have a flag down on the play. The only problem with this is when a smaller team like this is beating a bigger team, some of the bigger teams starts to give a little bit of razzle-dazzle on the bottom of the piles and stuff like that because they start getting frustrated.
Justin, what we'll do.
We're going to see what holding, number 38 on the return. And it's going to be 1st down.
Assessed from the end of the run.
So that's going to push him back. Good return, and fielding it on the run was Ballard. He's going to push him back. That's going to put the ball on about the 17-yard line where it's going to be 1st down for the Lions. He does a good job fielding it on the run and finding a spot to go.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if they don't try to kick it away from him on any subsequent punts.
Might as well try a punt fake at this point. Lions, play clock ticking down. Pollock back to pass. Little short route on the inside is Stump. And he gets about 9 yards on that play. Very good. Just a little stop route along the sideline. Hands up. Get the ball in one of your playmakers' hands and let him make some space.
The Lions come in at 1-2, but they qualified for the playoffs last year with a 5-5 overall record, and they were 4-3 in their conference. Again, it's an 8-team conference. They already have 7 conference games, so just 3 non-conference games.
Pollock again back to pass, little out pattern. 2 flags on that play.
I thought Saturday was laundry day, Ruben.
Yes. Whether it needs it or not. Another ineligible man downfield on the Lions. It's the 2nd time they've been called for that tonight, and they're going to decline, it looks like. Having a little bit of couple issues with his microphone. There we go. That's going to bring up 3rd down, as you see on our United Southeast Federal Credit Union replay. Not quite able to catch up with that one anyway.
I'm not sure that I wouldn't take that penalty because now it's 3rd and short, and you know that they've got power backs back there. They're going to line up in that Wildcat.
Just like that. And
but that's
sniffed out by Gabe Music. or Hayden Music, rather.
Yeah, Hayden Music does a great job there filling in that gap and shutting down that Wildcat formation. Like I said, I would definitely decline that penalty because you know that your defensive line is up to the task. As you see, he does a great job of meeting him and reversing his momentum. And that's the gamble that you take. You either take the yardage from the penalty and give yourself a little bit of room to play with, but Coach Hilton declined, gambled on his defensive line, and came out on top so far.
That was Gabe Music that funneled him back inside from the strong safety position. Nice kick. Taking a wolf bounce. That sounds like something you would do inside of a bouncy house to a kid, like get him in a corner. Wolf bounce, pow! So that's going to be turnover on downs here. Mike, do you know what this weekend is?
What is this weekend, Ruben?
This weekend is Bristol Rhythm and Roots. The Bristol Rhythm and Roots reunion, it's underway. BTS Power 7 will be live at the festival tomorrow, September 13th, and Sunday, September 14th. Tune in to hear music from the 6th Street stage and the Paramount stage. Trying to get everybody reset. Westridge's got a first down. Play clock's going. Frazier on the rollout is going to keep it. Trying to find a place to go and is hit and driven back by Jake Vineyard. Nice hit up high, head on the side of the ball, teeth rattled.
Yeah, just a great job here of fighting through blocks. You see that there were 3 receivers to the right side of the field as set up as lead blockers so that Frazier could go there, and you see his knee kind of awkwardly bends backwards a little bit. Looks like he's okay.
Yeah, anytime you see him get rolled up like that, you're always glad when they get up, especially on turf like this. They get their foot caught in the carpet. Second down, Frazier rolling around to his left, getting some pressure from the Lions, and he's going to throw this one away. Somebody's going to get a nice souvenir to take home.
Frazier's pass intended.
Yeah, Frazier just not being able to get comfortable in the pocket back there. The Lions are doing a great job of getting their own penetration into the backfield as well, pressuring him. He hasn't felt comfortable all night, especially on obvious passing plays. Right now it's 3rd and long, so it's another kind of more often than not you're going to pass situation. And we'll see if maybe the Lions send another extra guy like they did last time when they came up with a huge sack on him.
Play action, back to pass, hits Trent Tatum, who's still on his feet, rumbling, bumbling, stumbling, as Berman would say, all the way down to the 20-yard line. That's enough for a Wolf first down.
Yeah, Tatum does a great job here of releasing from that left side of the line in the tight end position to go downfield to receive this pass, and Ballard does his best to bring him down, but not before he drags him for another 7-8 yards.
On the 19-yard line, back to pass is Frazier. Hits Bannon on the sideline, who's forced out. Let's see where they decide to punt. I didn't see where he stepped out.
Yeah, it looks like maybe about 5 yards.
There we go. Just on the other side of the 15. Handoff inside to number 4, Brody Fields. Not a whole lot to work with there, as number 9 is the first Lion there, Jake Vineyard. There's like 4 Vineyards on the roster here, 8, 9, and 10.
Yep, and they are all brothers.
Jake, Jack, and Josh.
Yeah, see, I have 3 kids of my own, and they're, Hannah, Jacob, and Nathan, and so they're not even the same letter. I couldn't imagine trying to call out which boy you're
you just call all 3 of them and hope you get the right one. Right over the top to Tatum, into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolves. Great over-the-top pass. Frazier finally able to get his feet down. That's what you want to do. Get the ball to the big man. Let him bang it into the end zone.
Yeah, Tatum is, like we said, he's going to be a factor in this game, as the running game has kind of stalled out a little bit for Westridge so far this game. So Tatum releases and goes in for a touchdown.
Speaking of release, looks like the refs have released that single point on the extra point kick on the PAT. As we go to break here, check out Tatum getting a touchdown. Touchdown Wolves.
Hey, I'm Josh Horner. I'm the franchise owner-operator at Chick-fil-A at the Pinnacle in Bristol, Tennessee. I joined Chick-fil-A in 1996 as a teenager and worked for Chick-fil-A through college, and we've loved being able to come back to Bristol and open our Chick-fil-A here. We have been very thankful and appreciative for the work that BTES has done for us with the reliability of their services. We've been pleased to use them for our internet and phone services as well as electrical utilities. Everything has been phenomenal, especially the business services division, which has provided great support for us.
Haley Lineball, a Bluntville, Tennessee native, graduated from Westridge High School in May of 2024. Haley graduated with distinction as well as her CNA license. Haley is currently a full-time college student at Northeast State Technical College, pursuing a degree in nursing and a focus on pediatrics. Her goal is to be an obstetrician. Haley has started as a team member at the Pinnacle Chick-fil-A and is currently a front-of-the-house manager. We are proud of Haley's achievements, both personally and professionally. Oh, you're welcome. Kickoff. A little bit of a dribbler. Fielded again by Stump, who's on his feet out across the 35-yard line. And another flag down on the field. That was number 24, came in late there. Gabe Music. Let's hope that's not a spear.
If they could purposefully do what they just did on the return, then they should do it every time, because that thing was a dribbler. It bounced off of one of the Lions, went right back to Ballard, who forced it upfield. It does look like there's a penalty on Westridge, maybe, so he's giving him the options or explaining what the penalty is.
Do you think he's mad that he has to run out across the field to do this?
Man,
and
that's
why
a big
he does
place.
During the return, we got sideline interference on the receiving team. That's their second, results in a 5-yard penalty. It's going to be first down.
So it's actually on the Lions because it's a sideline infraction. They were too close to the sidelines out there impeding the play. And apparently we missed it earlier, I guess, because they had been warned previously.
Okay.
So he said since that's their second
usually they
offense,
don't announce the first warning on something like that.
Right.
I imagine one of the coaches with those extra tight pants on could probably, be the get-back guy. There's usually one coach on there.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say, is usually you have a get-back coach that's for the coaches and also turn around and just yelling at a few players every once in a while, too.
Some of them are just there to grab the head coach when somebody's going by on the sideline and pull him back into play. Jesse Stump in at quarterback. Play action again. He's going to hang on to it and try to make the corner, and does, out across the 40-yard line. Still on his feet to the 50 and rolled up down near the other 40-yard line, probably closer to the 43. And that's going to be enough for a Lion first down. United Southeast Federal Credit Union here on our replay.
Yeah, that Wildcat formation has really worked well at times for the Lions. They've been able to get some good push up front and give Stump and Ballard the option of getting that edge. Once they hit that edge, they're hard to bring down. They're elusive, they're slippery, they're talented.
Yeah, I think that guy's deceptively fast, because he is out across the line of scrimmage most of the time by the time we figure out who's got the ball. Back to pass, he's going to keep it, diving straight ahead down to the 36-yard line. Gain of about 7 on that play. Number 45 on the stop there. That's Sam Perry.
This is the sign that the Lions are trying to play a little more smash mouth football by giving you that extra lead blocker, running that Wildcat, trying to use their big running backs to move the ball down the field, and they've had intermittent success with it so far.
3 receivers to the side of your screen there. Bad snap, didn't quite make it all the way back there. Flag on the play. Stump did his best to make something out of nothing, but that's going to be a waste of a down and a loss of what looks like about 3 yards at this point. That guy had a smile on his face there for a second.
Personal foul. face mask.
Got a face
77 of the defense.
I'm going to give him a first down.
15-yard penalty, which will result in a first down.
Yeah, I saw the face mask, and I figured the late flag coming in was what it was.
Hey, buddy.
Right there. Yeah,
that's one of those inadvertent ones, but it's still the same amount of yardage.
That's right. Yeah. Here in high school, they don't have an incidental 5-yarder. It's 15 no matter what.
And the big thing, the reason they called it was because his head turned so abruptly. And you can't really blame 77. He was trying to grab hold of some jersey to get him down. Yeah, he was doing what he could. Shovel pass again and hit in the backfield and driven way back. That's number 50 there. Let's see, who is that? That's Ethan Iacino? Am I saying that right?
I think so. I think that was his brother was a kicker.
Yes, I do remember him. And Gabe Music again. The problem is both of those Wolves read that play before the snap. And they just rode him back about 7 or 8 yards.
That does not feel good when you have a big defensive lineman land right on you.
I believe it's Iacino, if I remember correctly. Stump on the keeper, trying to get around the corner, and he's got a first down. Stumbled out on the 20-yard line. Might be closer to the 19 where they've got it spotted. That's enough for another Lion first down. He come up a little tender on that one.
Yeah,
holding his knee.
Yeah, that right leg, right knee looks like maybe.
That'll bring Pollock back in the game. We've got the band warming up right next to us. We're going to get to see them at halftime. And we've got the penalty or the play clock down to 8 seconds. They're going to have to get out here and get this ball off. I'm sorry, that's going to be 3rd down. Stump with the ball. Sorry, Ballard with the ball down to the 10. That is enough for a first down. They're going to spot that on the 11 instead of the 10. You know, Mike, I didn't see them warming a kicker up today. Did you? Do you remember?
Not that I remember or recall.
Now they're on the 11-yard line, which means they can still get a first down and not score. 1st and 10 here for the Lions. Keeper again, diving straight ahead, just barely across the line of scrimmage. I think everybody in the stadium knew who the ball was going to there.
Yeah, and Amix is one of the guys that does play both ways for West Ridge. There's just a couple of them. Coach Hilton really wants to make sure that they don't have a lot of players playing both ways, but sometimes you can't help but put some of your best players, your best talent out there on both sides of the ball. That's what Amix does on defense as well.
Lions 2nd and 9.8 yards to go. Keeper again around the corner and into the end zone. What are the refs saying? Touchdown, Lions. That was a long time before they signaled that. 11-yard touchdown run from number 1, Jace Ballard. Out of the Wildcat.
And there was still some confusion actually as far as that call goes, because the near side judge was holding his foot like it was a spot about half a yard short.
And then another ref came in and signaled touchdown. Number 21, not on our roster. Kicks it up, puts it through with a lot of stank left on it when it went through, which is going to make this a tie ball game here with 2 minutes to go in the 2nd quarter. We'll be right back here with some more Gridiron Game Day as you watch the Lions punch it in the end zone, make it 7-7 here on Gridiron Game Day, BTS Power 7.
That United Southeast Federal Credit Union has loans for all kinds of things, like a house, a new car, or even a big old camper. They can help make it happen. If you want to go on vacation, like to a baseball game, USFCU is here to help. You can apply for loans online or in person, whether it's for something big or something small, like your first used car, which I'll need soon. I wonder if they can help me buy a baseball team. Hey Siri, remind me to ask Mom.
On the go, download the BTES mobile app to easily keep up with your account. View your current balance and due date, make payments via check or credit card, view your account history, and much more. Download the BTES mobile app on your mobile device today.
All right, we're back here at Westridge tonight. You're looking at the two best players on their team. Number 0, Jesse Stump, carried the team down the field most of the way and then kind of came up a little limpy with his knee. We'll see if he's okay to come back in the game here in a minute. And then, of course, punched in the end zone, Jace Ballard on an 11-yard touchdown run. After the penalty on the return, that was a great offensive drive for the Lakeway Lions. Deep kick, fielded around the 7-yard line by number 5, Jackson Price. Stays on his feet out across the 26 to the 27-yard line, where they'll spot it, where the Westridge Wolves will take over on offense and get a chance to put some more points on the board. Coming up here at halftime, we got the band warming up right next to us. Let's see, that was Pedro Del Paba. I'm probably not seeing that right. Del Paca. My apologies, Pedro. That was a good kick, buddy. You almost hit the rocks back there. Trey Frazier out of the pistol formation, looking downfield. He had a guy open for just a split second. Now he's got another guy coming back to him. And they're going to give him that catch there. That's Price again. He just did the return.
Again, Jackson Price, just a sophomore, taking on some of the receiving responsibilities, and he does a great job here. He sits down in his route, he watches his quarterback, and he comes back to the football, and Ballard was hot on pursuit on that.
You can see in our low end zone cam, he got his hands underneath that ball. Frazier on the keeper, gets back to the line of scrimmage, and not much past that. He's going to bring up second down for the Wolves.
Number 18, Isaiah Hawkins for the Lions.
That's about the third time we called his name.
Yeah, staying busy tonight.
Frazier back to pass, looking downfield. He's got a guy out across the 50-yard line. That's number 13, Dayton Brown. That's enough for a first down for the Wolves and to move the sticks.
Yeah, just a great job here by Frazier. Again, a very well thrown ball, great route, just kind of sits down right there at the sideline.
Back to pass again. I didn't get a chance to see that number.
That was the same guy, Dayton Brown.
Same guy, Dayton Brown.
Yeah, same route, same play, same result.
Dayton Brown, rather, sorry. Just in front of the first, enough for a first down. Gain of about 8, maybe closer to 9, depending on where they decide to spot the ball. Wolves trying to get together. Got another 71 offense. First down. It's going to push him back 10 yards, making it 1st and 20. And a lot of obvious pass situations too. That's why they took this penalty here. Back to pass is Frazier. Good protection. Gets the ball out. Number 10 on the reception, Caleb Mabb. Good look downfield. Hands up. Just not enough to get it back out there. They're pushing him back again, so there's another flag on the field. Let's see what we got.
Holding. Number 56 of the offense. 10-yard penalty, still first down.
First and in the next zip code. Wolves are pushed back.
It's the second time that they've had 30 as the line to gain yardage.
1st and 30. As the clock ticks down, they're probably going to get this play off. Throwing out to the sideline again. Still on his feet. Steps out of bounds around the 47.
Yeah, they do have some quick strike offensive capabilities here, especially working the sidelines. So I wouldn't be surprised for them. That only just took a few ticks off the clock for them to continue to try to get some of this yardage back. If it's third down, maybe try to run it and burn the clock, but try to take advantage of it when you can.
Frazier back to pass, looking downfield, giving some direction to his guys. Nice chip block. We got a flag on the play and an interception. Lakeway still on his feet, gonna outrun everybody out there. Oh my goodness, somebody lost the jockstrap out there after that one. But there is a flag on the play before the throw. We'll have to see how this breaks down. 7 seconds left to go here.
First out of bounds on the return by number 74, Cal Tatum. First and 10, Lions. At the Wolves 12.
Waiting to see what the ref has to say. This should be a turnover on possession.
Yeah, it was a penalty, some sort of penalty on Westridge, so they haven't even acknowledged the penalty call. They just went ahead and started the play clock.
They knew what was going to happen. If that's the penalty, I don't know. It was just a chip block there. As the play clock ticks down to about 2 seconds, we got a timeout on the field.
Lakeway Christian, their second timeout of the first half.
Yeah, and you see Frazier looks downfield. He has a guy open. Number 6, Isaac McGee, was streaking down the near sideline, and Frazier tries to get it over and set his feet, but he just kind of throws right in between him. He had Dylan Bannon there underneath and McGee over top, but Ballard was able to sneak in and pick that off. So again, just a reminder though too, coming up at halftime, we will see a performance from the Alphas dance team, an appearance by our BTES mascot, Nutty the Squirrel, and the Westridge High School Band. We'll also hear from our Burke, Powers, and Hardy Student of the Week and BTES's own CEO, Clayton Dow.
I didn't hear a word you said after you said Nutty the Squirrel, because I was in. Come on, Nutty.
He is nuts about vegetation management. We're nuts about him.
That's true. First down for the Lions. 7 seconds to go here. Back to pass is Pollock looking for the end zone. A little bit of pushing and shoving, but they're not going to call it with 2 seconds left to go. Mike, do you go ahead and get points on the board here, or do you shoot for the end zone? Points. Come on, man. You don't even have to think about that. You take the points here.
You do. And I think they're bringing out Del Papa, number 21. He's coming out there. They brought out Pollock as the holder for them.
Yeah, they're lining up for this. So this will be kicked from the 20-yard line. It's technically a 30-yard field goal. From the 19. Little bit of an angle. That ball is up. And it is good. Great kick by Del Paca. Kid's got a good leg. That's going to be the end of the first half.
Split the uprights on that one.
Lakeway is up on Westridge 10-7 right now.
Yeah, and if you asked anybody in blue and white tonight if they had predicted the score as of halftime,
if they'd
not
asked
a single
us.
one. Yeah, nobody had predicted this.
We thought it would be a little bit different. So we got the band coming out on the field.
Nutty the Squirrel has joined the BTES team as their mascot, and he is nuts about vegetation management. Nutty will be working hard to educate his squirrel friends about the dangers of power lines and reminding our community that they can help save the squirrels by keeping trees and other vegetation trimmed back. Westridge, say hi to Nutty the Squirrel.
Say hi, Nutty.
I don't think Nutty says very much. Just kind of gnaws on some vegetation to try to do his part of helping out with the vegetation management.
There's our friend Jennifer walking Nutty around. Make sure he doesn't get accosted by a middle schooler, because that's how it happens.
Presents the award-winning, nationally renowned Westridge Alphas.
So clap, so clap, so clap, so clap, so clap. Let's go. Oh, rock. Let's go. This party, dance, everybody, make it hot in this party. Don't stop, move your body. Rock this party, dance, everybody, make it hot in this party. Don't know what's on your mind. You come fi have a good time. Me want you wave your waistline. Me want you shake your behind. I'm in a dancing mood, girl, and I'm feeling good. This is my favorite tune. Put on your dancing shoes. I can't talk at this party, 'cause I can make you feel alright. Sweet boy, rock your body, rock it straight through the night. All you want is body, all you want is now. Sweet boy, rock your body, 'cause I'm gonna make it tonight. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Westridge Alphas.
And that was the Alphas dance team. I'm here with BTES's CEO, Clayton Dow. This is our 9th season in Power 7 and in Gridiron Game Day. Let's talk about what Power 7 really is and why we do it.
Yeah, so we started Power 7 9 years ago with the intention of reaching out in the community, one, sharing about BTES, but also being able to highlight a lot of things that are going on with academics and industries and just community activities that are really exciting, that a lot of people, if you're not plugged into that group, you may not know what's going on. So that's what Power 7 is about. It's about sharing things with our community that are going on in the community.
All the good stories, the positive things that we may not find elsewhere, we really want Power 7 to be the hub for that. And tonight we're doing something special. We've done this once already during the Gridiron Game Day season, but tonight we are on YouTube, which is a little different than what we've done. Let's talk about why we chose to highlight a couple games on YouTube this year.
Yeah, so it is different. We've had this request many times over the years to go a little beyond our normal coverage base. And so we've decided to open that up a little bit, expand the customer experience, the customers that can see this. But really it is going back to sharing that information with the community. It's about being able to share it with even more people. And so while certainly our main priority is reaching our customers, we want to reach those people, other people in our community that can get plugged into these things going on as well.
And I think something that you mentioned is very important for the culture of BTES and how we do things is we really try to listen to our customers. And although we can't do everything, we can try. We can see what we can do. And I think that's really important for us to touch on. Something else that's very important is our internet service. People that have our internet service, it's an electric customer, has our internet, they can watch online BTS Power 7 anytime. But let's talk about our internet service and why that's so important.
Well, the world has evolved a little bit. When we first got into the fiber business, which we're a little unique that we're the only local fully fiber optic provider in our service area, and we're really proud about that, both being fiber based and being local. And one of the things I hear a lot from the community members is how much they enjoy when they call our office, whether it's with a customer question or a tech support question. They're talking to people in Bristol, and so that's a big deal. But we're really focused about local people serving our local community. But internet has become when we started, nearly 20 years ago, the internet was sort of new. And it has grown. It is such a critical, essential service really now, really getting close to on par with electricity. It's hard to believe, but that really is the truth.
Yes.
And so we've been fortunate to be able to provide that service to our community. We're proud to do that, but we've done a lot of things over the years to help make that even better. I think more than 11 times since we've been in that business, we've either increased speeds at no price increase or we've lowered prices for the same speed. So, and the unique thing that I think is great none of us like having to make a phone call if you know your neighbor's getting a deal on something, and to get that same deal you've got to call and sign up for it. We don't do that. We really want to be loyal to our customers who have been loyal to us, and so if we're lowering prices, we do it for everybody that's in that same customer group. And so that to me is a real big difference maker, and I think from what I hear, a lot of people really appreciate that.
And again, that goes back to that customer experience and really taking the feedback and the opportunities that we have there.
Yeah, that's right. And it is a great opportunity. We're proud to do it. We're proud to be part of this community, and we're proud to serve our customers. So.
Great. Well, thanks for coming down and talking to us for a few minutes. I think the band is set up, so we're going to turn it over to them.
The band is proudly sponsored by Carrabba's, Food City, Gateway Storage, M Squared Renovations, Pizza Plus on the airport.
In the heart of the Appalachian Mountains, where the spirit of community runs deep, Bristol, Tennessee Essential Services has been a cornerstone in our area for almost 80 years. Founded in 1945, BTES began with a simple mission: to bring reliable electricity to every home and business in Bristol. Through decades of dedication, innovation, and unwavering service, we've powered dreams and brightened lives. Today, we stand as a testament of progress, offering state-of-the-art services while honoring our rich legacy. Bristol, Tennessee Essential Services, our community's trusted resource for energy and connectivity. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Welcome back to Westridge, where it is halftime right now. We just saw the Westridge band after the Alphas performed, and we're not just interested in what happens on the field and between the lines. We're interested in what happens in life. So Leslie had a chance to catch up with our Burke, Powers, and Hardy Student of the Week. Here's what that sounds like.
I'm here with this week's Burke, Powers, and Hardy Student of the Week, Jimena Garcia. Let's talk about all you're involved with here at Westridge.
I'm involved in the Beta Club, National Honor Society, and Pep Club. I did play soccer. I was playing soccer this year, but I decided to take a break, and I'll definitely be going back next year. It's a very fun sport. I really enjoy it.
Yeah. And you are also in some dual enrollment classes?
Yes, I'm taking dual enrollment classes with Northeast States, and those are pretty fun.
Yeah, I'm sure, and I'm sure it's very difficult.
Yes.
Taking, college classes, and this is your junior year of high school here at Westridge, so really preparing for your future. Let's talk about how you help your parents. We were talking before about your dad's food truck, so let's talk about that.
So my dad runs a food truck. It's called El Mister Tacos. This week's is gonna be like the first 1-year anniversary.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy working there with him. It's probably my favorite place that I've worked at. I worked at 3 different places, and that's definitely been the best. I enjoy working with my family, and he's a very good example, or like a role model for me. I really strive to be like him, because he started down low, and now he's up, and his life is just going really well, and everything's going really well, and I really hope to continue that.
So really looking up to your dad and your parents, and really looking forward to the future, and having that work ethic, working on the food truck really helps, right? Yeah. What is your favorite part of being here at Westridge?
I enjoy, I love my teachers. Especially my first PE teacher. Her name's Miss Belcher, and that's what I look forward to every single day. She's amazing, very patient. Most of my teachers are very patient. I love that.
Yeah.
And they help a lot. They're really good people.
So let's talk about your plans after high school.
So I'm choosing to go to Northeast State after high school. I want to be a dental hygienist, and that's what I've been thinking about for about 4 or 5 years, and I really want to be that. It's just my goal.
So you definitely have your future laid out ahead of you, and a strong foundation to help support that.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for taking a few minutes and talking with me today. And this was our Burke, Powers, and Hardy Student of the Week.
Alrighty, one of my favorite sections as we get to learn more about some of the students here at the schools that we cover. And there's a lot going on here at Westridge. Westridge has a very huge thing, including the band. And Leslie is down on the sidelines with another interview. Go ahead, Leslie.
Thank you so much. We really are focusing on the bands tonight. And the interviews that I have right now are the band directors at the feeder schools here at Westridge. So Sullivan Central Middle School and Sullivan Heights Middle School. So we're going to really talk talk about the foundational things that they learn in middle school to come here at Westridge. So let's talk about what your students learn in middle school in your band classes.
So we learn everything from how to put our instruments together, to reading the notes on the page, eventually making sounds, and hopefully eventually turning them into the beautiful sounds.
Absolutely. So really those foundational skills learning in middle school to take them to the next level here to high school.
Yeah, so setting up a strong foundation on the middle school level allows the high school to perform even higher caliber of performances like you saw this season.
And it's really about building the band at middle school to come here.
Absolutely. That's what we're doing.
Awesome. And where can we see your students perform?
So we actually have a performance next Thursday at a football game. That'll be our first public performance. And then on December 10th, we'll be performing a holiday concert.
And I have an extra question that I didn't ask either of you all before we went on the air. Do you all teach to the marching band aspect or the concert band?
More so the concert band aspect.
That was just me being curious because I know here at the football games we're focused a lot on the marching band. So it's good to know that there's the foundational things for both sides. Oh, absolutely. Awesome. Well, thank you all for coming and speaking to me. I really appreciate it. I want to send it back to the guys.
Halftime here at Westridge High School. See the bands are out. Band just performed on the field. The teams are back out on the field stretching out. And it is 10-7 right now, Mike. Who'd have thunk it?
Yeah,
all right, we're going to get some highlights up here in a second as the band is down in front of the student section too.
Yeah, no, it's very unpredicted, the score as it stands right now. Maybe unpredicted on this side anyway. Lakeway Christian may have had other thoughts in mind of coming here and establishing their will. And so this is how we ended up here at 10-7. We've got some highlights for you. And it's been a lot of Jace Ballard and Jesse Stump for the Lions. You see that was the opening kickoff that from Westridge after they punted it away. And then Trey Frazier, though, has used a lot of his legs tonight as well to pick up some big yardage in big situations. There's Jesse Stump coming out of the Wildcat formation as well. You see that he is elusive and hard to bring down. Frazier, though, you see right here, delivers one pass to Tatum on a drive that sets up short yardage for yet another dump pass there. Tatum rumbles it in for the touchdown. That put Westridge up 7-0, but the Lions would counter as Ballard bumps his way in for a touchdown. They would get the extra point, and then just as the first half was closing out, Del Papa kicked a field goal, a 29-yard field goal there to make it 10-7.
10-7 right now here at halftime. That's what we've got. The Wolves sputtered a little bit on offense at first, not quite able to find their groove, and then finally Frazier, who's done a good job running and done a good job passing, has had a couple drop balls and was able to hit his big target down there in the south end zone and able to kind of get the ball moving. But really the story has been Lakeway tonight.
Yeah, Lakeway's done really well on offense and defense, and Westridge has not helped themselves at all. They've been in a couple of 1st and 30 situations, and that's been part of the struggle is penalties again, like Coach Hilton was saying.
All right, we'll be right back here. Second half action here. A lot more shout outs and whatnot, and a lot of football coming your way.
There's more to it than keeping the lights on, because we're served by public power, owned by the people who live here, and charged with one purpose: helping our communities thrive. Together, we support what matters to us, like more job opportunities, protected lands, and local education. You see, it's about more than power. It's about how we use our energy for a better tomorrow. That's community energy.
Second half action here at Westridge tonight as the Westridge Wolves in their season opener for us here, not their season opener, but we're in week 4 of the season now against the Lakeway Lions out of Morristown, a school that's only been around about 6 years, or at least this program's only been around for about 6 years. And the Wolves are coming out to kick off as the Lions deferred till halftime. So 10-3, went into half with a little bit of momentum, and they're getting the ball back. We got a lot of great games going on around the region here too. We'll update you on some of those scores as well as the Wolves kick off. Back to receive is Ballard. Up to the 20, 25, still on his feet. Not quite able to wrap him up till he gets out to about the 33-yard line, but I do believe we have a flag on the play.
Yeah, because there's been a lot of blue and white, but there's also been a whole lot of yellow on the field during this game, as there have been penalty after penalty.
So face mask against the Wolves, and if you missed the first half, we've been remarking on this umpire's facial expression the whole time. It's not anywhere close to being. We also have a shout out to our friend, person we've been on many a mission trip with and done a lot of ministry with, and that's Cody Green, way out in the Watauga area. I know he's watching at home with his boys, so shout out to all the Green boys, Cody and family. Keeper out of the Wildcat and slammed to the ground is zero, Jesse Stump.
Yeah, Ethan Iacino again with a hard tackle, and Stump is down right now. That may have, looks like his head may have hit the ground.
Yeah, I think he banged I think his head hit the carpet first. We're going to take a quick break while the medical staff attends to him. We'll be right back here at Westridge after this.
Did you know that United Southeast Federal Credit Union has loans for all kinds of things, like a house, a new car, or even a big old camper? They can help make it happen. If you want to go on vacation, like to a baseball game, USFCU is here to help. You can apply for loans online or in person, whether it's for something big or something small, like your first used car, which I'll need soon. I wonder if they can help me buy a baseball team. Hey Siri, remind me to ask Mom.
All right, maybe one of these days we'll get Briggs from the United Southeast Federal Credit Union pop in here with us and run some.
Yeah, he's
obviously a sports
student
guy
at Tennessee Middle School, so maybe we'll catch him at a Tennessee High game next time.
A little bit of drone footage here. Checking out what's going on the field.
Yeah, while we do have a little delay here waiting on this injury, I'll call out a few of the scores here in the region. And Dobyns-Bennett is winning against Jefferson County 21-7 at halftime. A lot of people believe that game, the winner of that game, has a inside track of hosting a playoff game. That's a huge game there, as well as you've got.
If Dobyns-Bennett wins that game, the only other team they really need to beat is Science Hill. All right, we're going to do another break because this injury is taking a little bit longer on the field, and we'll get back to you with some more scores here right after this. All right, we've got Jesse Stump is sitting up now. He got tossed on the carpet pretty hard.
Yeah, it looked like maybe his head snapped back there, and don't want to conjecture, but
yeah, we'll wait in here and see what they've got here. Mike, you got some more scores for us from around the area?
Yeah, just to update you a little bit on the 6A side of things, since we're here at Westridge, William Blount is leading Morristown East 21-14. A huge upset last night. Alcoa beat Greenville handily. It was like 31-13, and that was unexpected. So Alcoa handing Greenville another loss after the forfeit of an ineligible player at the beginning of the year. As you see, this very good news of Stump able to stand up. He's being assisted
Maybe he's concussed or got a stinger there on the shoulder. This is going to change their entire game plan and dynamic here. Is he's able to stand up and probably going to walk off with a little bit of assistance. Go ahead, Mike, with some more scores while we're waiting here.
Volunteer is leading Northview Academy right now, 17-10.
Volunteer played well last week against East. They had a ton of penalties, though, so that's not that surprising.
And Ruben, your Blue Devils of Unicoi County are leading the East Patriots 41-3.
Let's take a quick look at the replay from United Southeast Federal Credit Union of the last play that we had here.
As we said, Ethan Iacino wraps up Stump and just does everything that he can. Nothing wrong that he does. He just slings him down. It just kind of looks like pretty hard contact there. Yeah, right on the ground. And Stump obviously shaken up at that play, and that kind of puts a little bit of just a funk in the air anytime you have a extended delay, and obviously that there's still lingering things here with Stump. Just a freak accident out of the tackle.
Lakeway up 10-7 here as we restart the third quarter after the injury. Deferred to halftime so they get the ball. We got Ballard here diving straight ahead. Loss of about 2.
James Ballard on the keeper.
There's a flag on the near sideline and the far sideline.
Sub made by number 50, Ethan Iacino, number 43, Hayden Music, and number 53, Tanner Mims. Penalty marker on the play.
Illegal formation here.
Illegal procedure.
And I'm sure they're calling it illegal procedure, illegal formation, same thing.
Yeah, they may not have had all 7 guys up there on the line of scrimmage when they snapped the ball, but they go ahead and let that play out. If there's a turnover, or in this case, like Westridge stopped them in the backfield, then you can elect to decline that penalty.
The problem is when you've got Ballard in the backfield in the Wildcat, and you got Bobby Fair in the backfield with him there as well, and you don't have Pollock, you know that 98% chance he's running the ball.
Yeah.
As he's not getting back to the line of scrimmage for a second play in a row, which is going to bring up a 4th down, which makes that basically a wasted series for them there. 4th and about 8, and they're just on the other side of the 50-yard line. So,
yeah, and like you said, it's pretty one-dimensional there with Ballard in the backfield, and Westridge able to do a much better job on that defensive stand of bottling up Stump and Ballard at that point and coming up with a big stop on 3rd down.
Clearly made some halftime adjustments to keep these guys contained inside. Back to punt. A little bit of a line drive. That's Price back there. Make sure I'm telling you right.
Yep,
that's Price.
You got it.
Okay.
You got it. The number 3, Mason Payne, the punter for the Lions.
Good punt, went out at about the 7-8 yard line, where Westridge will come out and take over 1st and 10. Trey Frazier got the distance of the field to drive here, 93 yards.
So Westridge coming out of halftime, they knew that the Lions were going to start with the ball, did a great job there on a defensive stand, and so now they've got to find momentum. Good news is you can't go back 20 yards from where you're at right now.
That's true. You cannot get
penalties.
1st and 30 from here. You can get a safety. Play action. Frazier's going to keep it. He's going to get wrapped up and brought down. First Lion there.
I think you're slowly speaking that safety into existence.
I think I am. Isaiah Hawkins there is the first Lion back there. And then he got a little help from his friends. I've been waiting all night to do that. Right here, number 18 wraps him up, holds him up. Frazier trying to squeeze out. Number 9, Vineyard. Back to pass is Frazier. Little slant route on the inside. There's a flag on the play. Forward momentum does not quite carry him for a 1st down. That is a very generous spot there, ref, if that's where you're spotting that ball.
Yeah, that was thrown out to Caleb Mapp, but an eligible receiver downfield for the Wolves, so that will wipe off that gain.
Preliminary indication, ineligible receiver downfield.
Eligible receiver downfield. Number 66 of the offense. That'll be half a distance penalty, replay second down.
But now that we can hear the ref, we can, we know
don't
he's
have to
not
fill in as
sighing
much.
through.
Yeah. So we made some technical adjustments there.
That's right. Yeah, we've got his
audio.
microphone going. Coach Hilton not happy with his quarterback standing in his own end zone. Handoff inside. A little bit of room to run as Amex. He's out across the 20, which is enough for a Wolf first down.
And that's what they've been waiting on. Amex has been really, really quiet up to this point, just waiting to try to burst through. And we might also be seeing kind of what we were talking about at halftime. It can be a really big swing, especially if you've got depth on your side as you start to wear down and wear down.
Handoff inside again to Amex, but he's stuffed in the backfield by Vineyard and Hawkins again.
Ethan Amex on the carry. Summon number 9, Jake Vineyard.
Yeah, more often than not, they've done a great job of filling those gaps. You see right there that there were no offensive linemen in. He had a 5-foot hole to deal with, but the problem was that there were 3 Lions in front of him.
Yeah, well, they were double teaming number 56 there, which is why you had 3 blue jerseys against 2 white jerseys on the right side of that screen, and that's why Frazier, play action, looking downfield, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. We also have a flag on the play. That's number 10, Caleb Mabb.
Number 10, Caleb Mabb is incomplete.
Typically sure-handed is Mabb, but that would have been a moot point anyway, as it looks like there's yet another penalty on Westridge, but they're going to decline that penalty.
Another ineligible receiver. That's at least the 5th time that's been called on both teams tonight.
Yeah, that's just being overzealous in your blocking. You've got to make sure that your blocking has to be within 2 yards of the line of scrimmage. If you go beyond that, then it'll be an ineligible receiver downfield. And so a lot of times what you see is this O-line is getting a really good push. They're almost getting too good of a push back into the secondary.
3rd and 11 right now. Coach Hilton wants to talk to his team on the sideline real quick. So we'll be right back here with some more Gridiron Game Day on BTS Power 7.
Hey, I'm Josh Horner. I'm the franchise owner-operator at Chick-fil-A at the Pinnacle in Bristol, Tennessee. I joined Chick-fil-A in 1996 as a teenager and worked for Chick-fil-A through college, and we've loved being able to come back to Bristol and open our Chick-fil-A here. We have been very thankful and appreciative for the work that BTES has done for us with the reliability of their services. We've been pleased to use them for our internet and phone services as well as electrical utilities. Everything has been phenomenal, especially the business services division, which has provided great support for us.
Coming back out on the field right now in the 3rd quarter, down by 3 to the Lakeway Lions. Beautiful shot of the moon there. Little John Denver for you on this lovely evening here in September. Trey Frazier's got his offense. He keeps killing themselves with penalties right now. 3rd and 11, rolling to the right, looking downfield. Finally deciding to take it himself and getting knocked down by number 54.
Yeah, and that
Joseph Frick.
You saw right there, he stood over Frazier, probably said, hey, nice run. Probably didn't say that, but
said,
you saw the flags went about 30 yards into the air.
Yeah, he said, hey, do you like licorice?
After the play and sportsmanlike conduct for defense. That'll be a 15-yard penalty. Is that going to give us a first down?
It's Sam Knight.
It's going to result in a first down.
It's going to result in a first down.
Yeah.
You've got these guys pinned back.
Yeah, it would have been 4th and long in a punt situation. Instead, though, the Lions come up with the stop, but then you see him kind of just barking and getting right over top of him. And that's what caused the flag to be thrown. So he may have, we don't know what he said.
That's very true. Yeah, unless there was a profanity-laden tirade, which I kind of doubt from Lakeway Christian School.
Academy.
But yeah. First and 10 from the 40-yard line. The Wolves spread formation.
Maybe that
trying to isolate.
will...
Look at the top of your screen there. You got a single receiver. They're going to try to isolate that guy. See if they can get him open because the safety is on the other side of the field. And there you see it. Got him in stride. Hit him on the 30.
Caleb Mabb finally with a huge connection there from Frazier. They've been waiting on some of this stuff to happen all game and finally make this big connection, and they're in a hurry-up offense here.
Running straight ahead is Amex all the way down to the 10-yard line, which is enough for another first down.
This is something that Coach Hilton also said, is that they were working on opening up the playbook, but also working on speed, and they're trying to catch Lakeway, not be able to give them their breath. And unless there's a problem with the down marker, that gives them a little bit of a breather.
11, and I have a hard time getting the sticks
actual chains.
Handoff inside again to Amex, who cuts it around and has got nothing but green grass and a blue end zone where it's touchdown Wolves.
Amex does a great job here of finding that left edge. And again, you're seeing the offensive capabilities of Westridge really coming together whenever they stop committing the penalties and start to put the ball in the air, put the ball in the hands of some of their playmakers. This is what happens. They can put points up on the board quick.
And that kick is up. And it is good. We got flags on the play again. So this is where the depth will really come in. The fact that they can bring in new horses about every other play, every second or third play. Guys who are fresh legs who weren't out on the field a second ago. And Lakeway won't be able to keep up with that. Let's see what the umpire says.
Coach Hilton trying to find out what's going on.
And we've got some of the Westridge faithful over here do not agree with that call.
After the play, got a personal foul, 82 of the kicking team. The penalty will be enforced on the...
Okay, penalty enforced on the kickoff, number 82 here. Let's see what we got. We're not going to see the flag, but we do get to see the touchdown. Be right back after this.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
All right, so we're back here. So we talk about penalties. There's two types of penalties. There's the aggression penalties and there's the aggressive penalties. If you're being aggressive and you're just trying to make a play or you're trying to anticipate a call or something, that's one thing. But aggression, which is the one that kept the drive alive, that's the kind that hurts your team. And that's happening here again, assessed on the kickoff, which is a nice deep kick, just a little bit over the head of the line, not fielded cleanly. He has to fall on it. That's number 7, Bobby Fair. And we have another flag.
Yeah, and you saw there, number 24, that works in the NFL, but as far as college and below, game music comes in, the ball carrier has his knee down with the ball. That means the play's over. He can't get back up and run with it.
So is this a spear?
No, it's just going to be unnecessary roughness. So that'll also pick up 15 yards from the spot of the ball.
That was my next question. Is that 10 or 15?
Yep, 15-yarder. So that turns this field almost around. It goes from the 22 to the 37 now.
That's good math on because I was over here like taking my shoes off. So Lakeway Lions are down by 4 now. They've got Pollock in at quarterback. Looking at bubble screen on both sides, looking for a little bit of room to run is fair. And that catch and run was a little bit more than fair to Minden. But flag on the play. After that, Caleb Mabb on the tackle.
Looks like a holding on the Lions.
Let's see what the umpire has to say.
During the run, holding 78 of the offense. That penalty will be enforced.
10 yards.
The spot of the foul, still be first down.
20, spot of the foul.
Yeah, so instead of a gain of about 3 or 4, you move them backwards again, and yes, they still get a first down, but
that's a loss of 13 yards on that.
Yeah, that's a huge. Those huge swing penalties will just absolutely kill your offensive drives.
From the 30-yard line, the Lions back to pass is Pollock, looking for some room, getting a lot of pressure from the Wolves. He is going to step out of bounds right around the line of scrimmage. He's got to throw that away. You can't take that all the way to the sideline. You're going to get hurt.
Yeah, Pollock there deciding to hang on to it. I'm with you too, buddy. You just got to toss that one away, especially once you're outside the pocket right there. You know that there's about 6 blue jerseys in front of you, and nothing's going to come out of that.
Did you get a half a yard on that? Time to get rid of that ball.
Yeah, he got slung 4 yards out of bounds.
That's exactly right. Pollock still in at quarterback. Back to pass, looking for his outlet guy who was not looking at him. Tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, which makes it a loss of about a yard. And again, that's number 53, Tanner Mims on that one.
Yeah, the Wolves' defensive line here really showing their aggressiveness and being able to get into the backfield there. We saw it on Lakeway's last offensive drive. They're doing it again. I think Lakeway's offensive line, they look like they're starting to get a little tired, a little winded. They're playing, again, most of them are playing both ways. And that attrition there in the trenches, that wears on any man.
Back in the game is Ballard, who's going to keep the ball and dive straight ahead. And the Wolves are signaling they have it, and so are the Zebras. We do have a flag on the play.
Yeah, I think that flag would be on the Lions anyway, so that turnover will stand.
And they are deep in their own territory down there.
And if penalties weren't enough to hurt Westridge last week, turnovers did as well. I'll tell you a little bit more here in a second.
Declined penalty, offsides.
Yeah. So the turnover battle last week against Dobbins Bennett, Westridge lost that too. They had 3 different fumbles. Now they only lost 1, but still, when you fumble the ball and you have to jump back on it, even if you don't lose it,
right,
you lose the momentum of that play, the run, and all those things. And so Westridge coming up with a big takeaway at that point.
Westridge out with a wing-back formation again. Frazier being pushed to the sideline and throws it away. Tried to hit a middle schooler. He was looking downfield at Dylan Bannon, who was covered well by Lakeway.
Yeah, the defensive backs here for Lakeway, they do a pretty good job in coverage. They've not given them the really deep balls. We've seen a couple of times where you've seen a couple of receivers sneak back behind that second level of coverage, but Frazier hasn't been able to have the time to set his feet and deliver that ball.
Frazier on the keeper, trying to go right, hit by a Vineyard, and then another Vineyard, and is brought down around the 37-yard line. Big, tall guys like that make running look so effortless. 1 Vineyard, 2 Vineyard.
And a Sulfridge.
And a Sulfridge. That makes it 3rd and 11 for the Wolves. Back to pass, trying to look for the swing pass. Hits over the middle on the curl route, not quite able to hang on, was Mab.
Yeah, Mab will tell you that he's got to come down with that ball, and you can see the frustration that he had after it just slipped through his hands. That ball's delivered just behind him. If he leads him a little bit more towards the middle of the field, that's an easier catch.
Sure.
But Mab, more often than not, snags that ball out of the air.
Price in motion. 3 receivers at the top. High snap. Frazier looking downfield. And he's got a Wolf, but it is defended very well by Ballard. Price a little slow to get up. Maybe got the wind knocked out of him a little bit on that one.
Yeah, that's a little, that's the risk there. Coming across the middle looks like he took a shot to the midsection there.
Little helmet to the gut. Nothing will ruin your night like a helmet to the gut. Next week's game, Gridiron Game Day is live next week from the Stone Castle as Sevier County comes to town to take on the Tennessee High School Vikings. All the action will be live on BTES Power 7, pregame at 6:30, kickoff at 7. Sevier County coming to town.
That's a big game for Tennessee High. They dropped the game against Morristown West last week. They have a bye week this week, so they've got 2 weeks to prepare for Sevier County, and that is race weekend, so they're out of school that day, but not out of school for the week like a fall break game. But that's a huge conference game for them because Sevier County is a very good football team. They're ranked in the top 10 in 5A schools in Tennessee, and that's going to be if Tennessee High can come up with that win, that'll give them a region victory and move them into the position for that top tier of maybe even hosting a playoff game.
Something you don't know about Sevier County? They have a good girls lacrosse team.
You are correct. I did not know that about Sevier County.
3 receivers at the bottom of your screen. Man in motion. Play action shovel pass. Hanging on to it is Ballard as he tries to dive forward. Banging off a lot of Wolves. Doesn't quite make it to the 40-yard line. Still got a little bit of room to go here. 2nd down and 7 for the Lions.
Nathan Arnold comes up with this stop as well, and if you can hold Ballard to a 3-yard gain, that's a pretty good stand, honestly, as elusive as he's been tonight.
Moving his guys around is Ballard. I'd say Ballard's getting tired as he keeps this one again, trying to make the corner. Arm tackle attempt by Fields. Ballard still pushed back.
Yeah, ultimately brought down though by Sam Perry, number 45 for the Wolves. You saw, like you said, the Fields made a swipe attempt at him, but just couldn't quite get him there. And then luckily though, Perry was able to continue to funnel over as we've got another player down.
And that's Ballard still down after that tackle. We haven't heard anything about Stump yet after he was put on the carpet pretty hard earlier. We have the medical staff attending to him. He is helped up, and he'll have to go off for at least 1 play.
Yeah, losing Stump is a big enough loss as it is, and if Ballard is out for any extended period of time, you're going to have to bring in Pollock and rely a little bit more on your traditional run or passing game instead of that wildcat formation that they've run the majority of the night.
That's Pollock in at quarterback. Number 19 at the bottom of your screen there in white's also a Pollock. A lot of brothers and stuff that go to these same private schools together. Back to pass is Pollock. Looking downfield, trying to find somebody who's not covered. Finally slings it out of bounds and hits the coach in the back. And we have a flag on the field. He nailed that coach.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking that should have been a flag because it looked like he was awful near the line of scrimmage when he let go of that ball. But no penalty.
See Pollock going to the sideline here. 4th down. Got the punting team in. Still 14-10. Westridge is leading. Mason Payne back to punt. High snap. And that kick is blocked.
Yeah, that high snap cost him. That allowed Westridge just enough time to go in there, and a great job of hitting that ball first. He does eventually collide with the punter, but not until after he made contact with the ball. At that point, he's fair game.
Ethan Iacino on the recovery.
Yeah, so
Westridge. Get the number of the guy. Let's get the number of the guy who blocks the kick here. That's number 77.
Caden Duke Jr.
He was off the ground. He was Superman in that.
So Westridge a short field to work with. We'll see if they can put some more points up on the board.
Back to pass. Frazier intercepted. Number 7, Bobby Fair, all the way down across the 50-yard line. I think Fair was as surprised as anybody else was.
Everybody was, because there was some miscommunication here on the route. You see Frazier, he looks out to the left. He thinks that ball is, he's supposed to sit down into that route is Mab, but instead he continues out towards the sideline, and Fair just looks up and is like, hey, there's a ball in my stomach. I better just grab this.
At least he grabbed it. So when they run the sideline route like that, there's 2 versions of that. A comeback is to the outside towards the sideline, and a curl is back on the inside, and he clearly thought he was running a curl.
Yeah.
And he wasn't. Handoff inside, straight ahead. I think that's number 22, Meade Costin. Changing it up a little bit more power than speed.
Yep,
and mind you, their 2 best players are still on the sideline.
Yeah, Stump and Ballard both still on the sideline. So bringing in, like I said, more of that traditional run look.
2nd and 2, handoff again inside to Costin, and he's out enough across the 35-yard line. They're going to spot it on the 35, and that's going to be enough for a first down for the Lions.
Listed as a freshman, but this is a big freshman.
That's a big boy. Yeah.
Yeah, and you see he's more of a power back, as you said, and he's just willing his way to a first down.
Handoff again to Costin, almost to the 30-yard line, which is going to be a gain of about 4.5. You got a couple of Wolves kind of about to mix it up and get their team some penalties. Diving in there where the yellow flag lives. Dive play right here.
Yeah, straight up the gut, handoff, and look at that lead blocking there by the offensive line. That's one of the best pushes they've had all night.
Oh, they had the ball. They thought they had the ball, even though his knee was down. That's why that was going on. Handoff again to Costin. He's straight ahead, twisting and turning, still on his feet. I think forward momentum. He was awfully close to a first down on that.
Yep, they're going to go ahead and give it to
him. He does a good job by staying upright and keeping his feet moving.
Caden Coates, the one that finally brings him down, wraps him up and slings him down, but not until he picks up the first down. And
had Caden Coates actually wrapped him up instead of trying to knock him down and make a highlight reel, he probably would have kept him from making a first down there.
I think you're right. Looks like we've got some cramping going on there.
Yeah.
On the field as well.
4th game of the season. It's a little late. We'll take a quick break while they're taking a break on the field. More Gridiron Game Day. Your Wolves are still leading 14-10 right now in the waning seconds of the 3rd quarter.
BTES offers many convenient ways to pay your bill.
Automatic bank draft is the best and easiest way to pay, and you never have to worry about writing a check or missing a payment.
Or you can use Checkout, which is a fast and convenient way to pay your BTES bill with cash at local retailers such as Dollar General and CVS Pharmacy.
You can also pay with a check or credit card using our automated phone system by calling 423-968-1526.
For more information and additional payment options, visit btes.net.
Back on the field, cramping situation alleviated. The folks from the band, which we got to see perform at halftime. Lions coming back out on the field. Stump and Ballard, who carried the team, both on the sideline, which has changed the pace and the dynamic of the offense. Pollock in at quarterback, handing off again to Costin, who keeps doing this dive play in between the center and the guard. He just picks a side and goes, and he's straight ahead again for a 4-yard gain.
3.4 yards is all you need each play. If you get 3.4 yards, you never have to see fourth down. You get first downs all the way down the field.
Leslie's on the sideline. Speaking of band people, Leslie?
Thanks so much, guys. I'm here with the drum majors of the Westridge Band. We've really been highlighting the band tonight. So let's talk about what a drum major is. Who's giving me that answer? Okay.
So some more direct things about being a drum major. Obviously, you got conducting, keeping tempo, just some average things like that, right? Some non-direct things can be more everyday coming to practice, enthusiasm, great smile on your face, coming out here, let's get some work done, you know what I mean?
So it's really about being a leader for the band. So what does it take to become a drum major?
What it really takes, in my opinion, is, first of all, you take some leadership classes that they offer here, and then you talk to the directors and just try to be a good example even before you start, which is something you got to start like your freshman year of high school. And then you have an audition where they test your conducting, and you have an interview, and sometimes they bring in directors from like colleges, which can be kind of scary, but in the end, it's a pretty nice process.
So it really is about leadership skills, but then also communication skills. A lot of things go into being the drum major. So you're a senior, you're a junior. Let's talk about your plans after high school.
Right now, my plans after high school, I'm thinking I want to go to MTSU and do something in the aerospace field.
Awesome. And what about you?
I'm wanting to go to ETSU for their physical therapy program.
And both of them plan to continue on with the band at their respective colleges, wherever they end up. Thanks for taking a few moments away from your duties over there across the way with the band and speaking to us tonight. We appreciate it so much. Back to the guys.
Thank you, Leslie. Touchdown, Wolves, as we start the fourth quarter here. Costin, with all the little short yardage work, finally got one to break, and he's a little bit of a load to bring down. Touchdown, Lions.
Yeah, next man up mentality for the Lions, and Costin, maybe a secret weapon that Coach Wells has in his arsenal, and he has been very effective in this drive and pretty much the key to putting up points on the board.
Number 22 with a 22-yard touchdown run. The extra point is blocked. That was like it surprised the Lions that they snapped that ball.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be right back after this. The beginning of the fourth quarter, your Lakeway Lions are leading your Wolves 16-14.
Hi, I'm Diane with BTES, and this is The Essentials. Do you have a cable set-top box sitting on your shelf? Today may be the day to bring that piece of equipment back to BTES and switch to streaming your favorite channels. At your convenience, bring your set-top boxes by BTES, and we can discuss the best options for watching your favorite shows by using your BTES internet service. You may save money and have some new space to use on that shelf. Learn more by visiting btes.net/stream.
All right, 11:52 here in the fourth quarter, and the game to go. 16-14. Watch the touchdown run here from the 22 to number 22, who goes off tackle and into the end zone to give the Lions the lead. United Southeast Federal Credit Union providing us with all of our replays for the evening.
Yeah, no secret there either. Just great upfront blocking. King, some huge runs there by Costin.
High, deep kick. Fielded just shy of the 5-yard line as Price Still on his feet to the 25, where he is upended by number 18, Isaiah Hawkins. And I think he got him on the shin with that shoulder pad. He's going back to the sideline, a little gimpy, but he'll be back.
Yeah, does a great job here. A pretty good return. Sets his feet, plants it, makes one guy miss here, cuts it back inside, tries to spin that off. Yeah, you saw right there, he took a shoulder pad or helmet right there to the shin before being brought down. We'll hope he comes back.
From the 26-yard line, 1st and 10 Wolves. Frazier brings his offense back out on the field. Handoff inside to Amex, who is down at the 29. Gain of about 4.
Joseph Frick, number 54, in there on the tackle for the Lions.
Not the first time we've heard his name tonight.
Students, remember the homecoming dance is tomorrow night. Tickets available on GoFan. Westridge students get their homecoming dance tickets on GoFan.
Lots of time on the clock here. No rush for Westridge. They just need to take their time and work their offense. Play action to Amex. Keeper by Frazier. Straight ahead. Out across the 35, down to the 38, which is going to be enough for a Westridge first down. Special thanks again to all of our sponsors. This one here, United Southeast Federal Credit Union. As you see Frazier go straight ahead. Sunbelt Rentals for sponsoring our starting lineups. United Southeast Federal Credit Union, all of our replays, and Burke Powers and Hardy for our Student of the Week. Frazier hands off again. Amex out to the 45, out to the 46. Again, shout out to our friends at Chick-fil-A who provided dinner for us tonight. And shout out to all my friends in the Rooster Gang. You know who you are. Frazier back on the ball, not taking any time at all. Handing off again to Amex. Nope, he's going to keep it. Cuts around across the 50 as he makes the corner, pushed out of bounds on the 40-yard line, and we see that Ballard is back in the game now. That was a great run by Frazier. Eyes downfield the entire time. Not that he was ever thinking about passing it, but doing a good job keeping his head up the whole time. And of course, Ballard's the one that chases him out of bounds. Handoff to Amex, and he is stopped by Hawkins and also by number 30, Ballinger.
On the dive, number 18, Isaiah Hawkins, and number 30, Ben Ballinger.
Westridge has intermittent success here on the running game. You see Amex will pick up about 4 or 5 yards or a big chunk of yards, and then the next play he'll get stopped. They haven't found that consistent rhythm with their running game yet.
Low snap, Frazier, or Amex scoops it up off the carpet, and he is held on to by a Vineyard, and finally knocked down by Josh Pollock, brother to the quarterback. Amex did not appreciate that and let the ref know.
Yeah, I'm kind of with him too. I think that should have been whistled dead. If he was kind of stood up right there, had his ankle in the grass, he's not going anywhere, and then a little extra shove and landing on him, and then another little shove there with the helmet while he's on the ground.
See, I disagree. I wouldn't have blown that play dead, because if he breaks his foot loose, he wants to be able to break that run. You know, if he gets one extra pull that he gets loose, he wants the opportunity to run. Looking downfield on a run pass option, he's going to get swarmed by some Lions as he throws the ball away as Frazier.
Frazier's pass is incomplete. It's 4th and 12 Wolves.
4th and 12 Wolves.
And looks like they're going to elect to punt here with it being 4th and very, very long.
So the Wolves are down by 2. Plenty of time here to get the ball back. I would take the delay of game penalty right here, so you're kicking back from a little bit farther, and you can get a little bit more into this. Line drive kick that's going to take a wolf bounce down across the 10, down at the 9-yard line. An unreturned. You were exactly right earlier. They're kicking away from Ballard. They don't want him with his hands on the ball.
Oh no, yeah. Ever since he's re-entered into the game, I mean, any time that you see the number 1 on the jersey out there, you have to know where he is at all times. Whether it's special teams, defense, offense, you're going to try to run away from him or keep the ball away from him as much as possible.
Pollock still in at quarterback. Costin in at running back still. And number 1, Ballard, looks like he's going to be on the inside slot as they spread out their offense. Hand off to Costin, dive straight ahead, back to the original line of scrimmage for no gain.
Yeah, and that was a much better job there. Caden Duke, number 77, the junior, in there on the initial contact, and they did a much better job of collapsing those holes so that Costin didn't have anywhere to go. You see, they open up a hole, but then Westridge is very quick to fill it up.
He doesn't quite hit it as hard as Stump and Ballard, or as fast as Stump and Ballard do. Hits it hard. Handoff again inside, out across the 10. Looks like a gain of about 4 on that play. They did give him a half yard on that last play, so it was 2nd and 9.5. Which will bring up 3rd down now. That's not a very generous spot. 3rd and about 7 to go here.
This is a big 3rd down for Westridge. They opted to punt the ball to flip the field position, and if they can come up with a stop here, that's going to be tremendous for them.
Reverse to Ballard. He's got a little bit of room to run. He's got to get it turned upfield, but he is yanked out of bounds by number 28 for the Wolves. That's Caden Coates. What a huge tackle to get somebody that fast and elusive and get him out of bounds.
Yeah, you said it. Caden Coates gets over there. He funnels down. You see a little bit of a reverse action here. Ballard trying to find the edge, just can't quite make it. Thinks he's almost got the edge, enough room at least to get a 1st down. But Coates instead is able to hang on and sling him out of bounds. Sets up a punting.
Costin doing his best job blocking down there. Not quite able to hang on to that without getting a holding call. Good kick. Fielded by Price, who's still on his feet to the 45. And again, I'm not entirely sure why forward momentum doesn't count tonight, because he was out to the 45-yard line on that return.
Yeah, and if you caught that too on the punt, they elected to double team Crawford so that he couldn't fly in there and block another punt.
Which I think is a very good call, because he was, on top of the punter.
Yeah.
Frazier on the keeper, straight ahead. Met by several Wolves. 6:27 left to go here in this game. Gain of about 3, maybe closer to 2. 16-14, the Lions leading the Wolves.
I understand the call because they want to try to get yardage and milk the clock as much as they can, but I don't know that I agree with that call. I think you've got to try to get the ball into the hands of some of your skill position players that have been pretty much quiet tonight.
Same play, same result. It's going to bring up 3rd and 4 for the Wolves. This is a great option or opportunity to do these RPOs, these run pass options, because now you're sending everybody downfield, and Frazier's clearly got the legs. Frazier, 3rd down and 4 to go. Same play again, diving straight ahead, maybe just past the line of scrimmage for a yard, maybe 2. It's going to bring up 4th down. Now, Mike, I am no prophet nor the son of a prophet, but I'm willing to bet that they run a quarterback dive again.
Yeah, I'd say you're probably right on that one. That maybe they risk handing it off to Amix, but for the most part, again, in that Wildcat, the advantage is you have an extra blocker. So you've got Amix there lined up in the backfield, but he's probably just going to try to shove his way up to the line as well to give Frazier some room.
It's about 1.5 yards to go here. And there, where the ref is at is any indicator, it's going to be first down. And we got a flag. Some of the students looking at themselves on the video board. A little maybe unsportsmanlike?
Yeah, and if my thoughts are correct, this is not going to be good for the team in blue. But we'll see what the referee says. It may have been a retaliation that I saw.
Oh, yeah. Well, we'll see here. They've got him set up for a first down right now.
After the play, we've got offsetting fouls. Personal foul.
56 of the offense.
Personal foul, 56 of the defense. Those penalties
56
all
on 56
set.
crime.
The result of the play is still going to be a first down.
A couple of 56s cutting it up as you saw them. Like I said, I may have just caught the retaliation there. I didn't see the initial foul from the Lions player.
I didn't see it either. Number 6 can't decide if he's on or off. He's got to be careful about illegal substitution here. I'm not sure if he came from the sideline or if he was already out there. So I won't speculate. But it is going to be 1st and 10 with 4 minutes to go here. Frazier handoff to Amex. A little bit of a delay. Amex trying to find some room to run, runs into many Wolves. And we're starting to get a little chippy out there.
Yeah, a little bit of extra shoves there here at the end of the play as Amix is trying to find the corner, but the Lions do a great job of keeping contain on him, funneling down, and
Sam Knight wrapping him up and driving him to the ground. Spread formation. Amex out of the backfield. Frazier looking downfield, getting some pressure from the sideline. He's going to decide to take it, and he's knocked out of bounds around the 31-yard line. Of course, one of the Lions coaches there, the one without the tight pants, pointing where he went out of bounds.
Yeah, they're bringing in some of their jumbo package right here, the short yardage goal line kind of play here to try to pick up this 3rd and short. Frazier wisely, he's got a guy right there, but I think he's thinking, I don't want to risk this because if I throw an interception here, the game's all but over. So
well, and that's a good view there. You can see all the way down. You can see how well they were covered. You can see a couple white jerseys. Oh, jumbo indeed.
Yep.
Out across.
That's Tatum.
25. That's a Tatum earning his pay tonight, wearing 2 different numbers and working it hard.
Yeah, Tatum does a great job here. He lines up in the Wildcat and
snapped back the neck on number 17 there, Nolan Bowers.
Yeah, you saw Bowers and Hawkins there both, and you know they're not afraid to contact anybody, but at the same time, when you see
that's a lot of meat coming your way,
that's
right.
You kind of want to get out of the way initially.
1st and 10, Wolves driving. 3 minutes left to go here in the game. Frazier's quarterback delay. A little bit elusive in the open field too. Finally brought down by Hawkins. That's going to be shy of a first down by about 2 yards to make it 2nd and 8 here. Frazier looks winded too. They're running him all over the place.
I think I would be almost tempted to just line Tatum back into the backfield and just hand it to him.
Only if he's going to throw it. Frazier, quarterback delay again. They have to respect it. Brought down by number 17, Bowers.
He's
a little slow to get up off the carpet after that, as you can see Frazier back here. They have to respect because he's dropped some really good passes on him tonight. Not quite able to tee off on him this close to the end zone. We got a Lion, I think he's cramped up. They're working on a cramp on him. Let's take a quick look at our our Westridge schedule here while they're working on the player on the field.
Yeah, they've only had one region game so far, but you can see that it's loaded up for the next few weeks as they've got William Blunt, and then they have a non-conference game against David Crockett.
David, don't call me Davey.
Play Science Hill, Jeff County. Then we have the game with Tennessee High and Westridge there on October 25th, and then they are away on a Thursday night at Morristown East. That game last year determined which team got the 3 or 4 seed and possibly even a playoff ticket. And so Westridge squeaked into that 4th spot there last year, and it could very well come down again to that game determining who makes the playoffs and who does not.
Well, and also Science Hill and Dobbins-Bennett, I believe, play that last week too. So that will determine where a lot of people fall out, because if Science Hill goes in there and knocks off DB, which they're capable of. They got Lazier from East playing for them, who seems to be doing pretty well.
And in Region 6, or in 6A Region 1, you can, when you start the season off, you can pencil in whatever position you want them in, but you can pencil in Dobbins-Bennett, Science Hill, and Jefferson County on a year-to-year basis for the most part. Jefferson County looks like they're a little down this year. They're missing some pieces, so might be an opportunity for Westridge, if they can beat Science Hill, that they can maybe scoot up into that top 2 spots.
All right, we're going to take a quick break while they talk about stuff here on the sideline. So we'll be right back here with some more Gridiron Game Day right after this.
Hey, I'm Tanner Hunt with BTES, and this is The Essentials. I'm always looking for ways to make my life easier, and the BTES mobile app is one of those ways. I downloaded the app by searching for BTES in the App Store, and now I can view my bill, make payments, set up alerts, and much more, all with the touch of a button. It saves me time and makes my life a bit easier, and it could for you too. Download the BTES mobile app on your device today.
Westridge High School trailing by 2, but driving.
Yep, set up in great position here, first down from the 3-yard line. So they've got a great opportunity here to just punch this ball in. They've got several cracks at it.
Goal line formation, Amex in motion, toss sweep, looking for the end zone, and he practically walked in. All right, Mike, that's going to make it 20-16.
Yeah, and you're going to go for 2 here.
That's what I was getting ready to ask you. What do? You go for 2?
You have to go for 2, because 1 point doesn't get you really anything, because you're already up 4 points, and so 5 points and 4 points, there's no difference. But if you're up 6 points, then if Lakeway scores a touchdown, they still have to kick a PAT to win, and they've already had one blocked.
And they've had one blocked. That's a good point, because otherwise it should be 20-17 right now.
And if that was the position, then you would just take the 1 with the PAT to go up 4.
Ball, a little bit of an issue with the ball exchange, I guess, at the line of scrimmage. They ran the same play. They blew the play dead.
Prior to the snap. Encroachment on the defense. Okay. So half the distance. That helps out Westridge, because going for 2, they back you up a little bit. So instead, they'll inch a little bit closer here. They'll be on the 1.5-yard line.
Let's see what they got going on here.
You got to give it to, I would line up Tatum right here and just have him in the backfield. Good luck stopping him. If you stop him, hey, kudos to you.
Let him be your lead blocker. I mean, there's 100 different ways you could run that play. Amex in motion again, the same play from before, and the same result as he all but saunters into the end zone unscathed. 22-16 now.
See, just selfishly, I wanted to see Tatum there because I like big boy touchdowns too.
Yeah, you want him to be a rabble-rouser in the end zone and start up a kerfuffle is what you want. Let's take a quick look at the BTES schedule as you see Downtown Rhythm and Roots. Next week, we've got Tennessee High and Sevier County, and then we're back here at the Ridge for some Science Hill action. Nobody still really knows what a hilltopper is, but they wear top hats.
Then we got West Ridge and Jeff County. That'll also be a good game. And then 2 weeks at Tennessee High with Cott County coming to town and West Ridge going cross county. Sullivan East, that's Halloween night. That's a Thursday night, or what we like to refer to as Reformation Day. Northview coming up from around Sevierville. And then Tennessee High and Boone on our last Friday night, November 1st, All Saints Day.
And every single one of those games, with the exception of West Ridge and Tennessee High, are region games. So those are, every single one of those are important, could have playoff implications. All three of the teams, Tennessee High, West Ridge, and Sullivan East, all qualified for the playoffs last year. You know they'd like to do it again, and each one of those games will be key to making that happen.
On the return is Bobby Fair, looking for some room to run, staying on his feet out to the 30-yard line. Yeah, so all the games that are left on our schedule are games that count. And like you said, have playoff implications. Lakeway is going to bring their offense back out on the field. We haven't seen Stump come back out. We haven't heard anything about an injury report either. We could probably send Silas over to their sideline and just start asking random cheerleaders like, hey, what's going on? And they'd be like, get out of here, creepo. Like, what, you don't like long-haired guys? Maybe something like that. Pollock out of the shotgun, back to pass. He's got a guy open on the sideline. That's Ballard. Music tries to shove him out of bounds. He did not like that, especially not in front of his own sideline. You have to do that in front of your sideline.
Yeah, the referee's trying to still keep control of this game. That ball just floated just up.
2nd and 10 for
and you saw that extra shove there at the end. A little frustration there too. Ballard is exited for a little while. He's back though, and if they're gonna make up big yardage right here, he's gonna be one of the keys to it.
Bad snap.
And another key is holding on to the football.
Tatum with a huge sack. Drops him all the way back to the 20-yard line, making it 3rd and 20. Yeah, good snap will be a good way to... I feel bad for Costin trying to block Tatum there.
And like you said, depending on offense and defense, Tatum has literally switched jerseys mid-game. And you can do that as long as you let the officials know prior to the game. You can change jersey numbers based off of the position that you play and what your plans are for the game.
Student section here at West Ridge, blackout night. Bristol Rhythm and Roots reunion is underway. BTES Power 7 will be live at the festival tomorrow, September 13th, and Sunday, September 14th. Tune in to hear music from the 6th Street stage and the Paramount stage. Come celebrate some music here on the border town. Good looking downtown shot.
Lots of folks enjoying Rhythm and Roots there. You see all the tents and vendor canopies popped up there as well.
3rd and 19 Lions. Back to pass. Tatum slinging dudes, and he is sacked. That is probably going to be the ball game right there.
Hayden Music able to finally get to him. Tatum was chucking Mason Payne to the ground on his way back there as well, and that is a huge, huge loss for Lakeway Christian Academy. But at the same time, West Ridge now, all you got to do is protect against the little razzle-dazzle, maybe the Statue of Liberty type play, something like that, because the Hail Mary is not going to work. So you're going to see a lot of maybe hook and laterals, something like that. You might see some craziness on this play.
The real question is why has Trent not been at nose tackle more than that? As Ballard gets out of bounds, shoved out of bounds around the 27-yard line, which is going to be a turnover on downs. They're going to need to get at least, they're going to have to run at least 2, maybe 3 plays. But that will be ball game. And West Ridge fought back in this game, and Lakeway
you got to give them credit. They gave them everything they could handle.
Oh, yeah. Lakeway came in here, and I think a lot of people had projected this as kind of a get-right game for Westridge, that they were going to kind of have this in hand for the majority of the game. That was not so. Penalties played a huge role in that, in stifling some of their offense, but at the same time, they just never really found an offensive routine until the last 2 drives that they've been able to put together.
Kneel down. That's going to get the clock running. And so we're going to take a timeout for Lakeway.
Just in case something really weird happens on the snaps, maybe.
Of the second half.
This is, I understand why coach is doing this, and I understand the procedure part and practice it in real, but this isn't a conference game.
Right.
You know, you got an hour drive home. Let's down this sucker a couple times and end this. Number 82 coming up clutch there with that huge sack. But this again, you could see the guys out there on Lakeway. Different size.
Yeah, they're exhausted too.
They're tired. Most of them have played both ways all night long. Some of these other guys are rotating in and out at different positions. Offense back out on the field. They're going to do the deep snap and kneel it down back. Safety guy in the back in case something does happen. And that's going to keep the clock going now. Bringing up 3rd down. There's no sense in hopping back on. They look like they're about to pick up the ball and go again. Like, you need to let the clock run down, fellas. Coach Hilton seeing some opportunities with his team, knowing he's got some big games coming up on his schedule. All right, 20 seconds left. That should do it. That's going to get us under the play clock there. And that's going to be enough for Westridge to win this game 22-16 here at Westridge tonight. Coach Hilton had his guys back in this game in the second half, and they fought back hard. And you have to give all credit to these Lakeway guys too. They played the entire game.
And some people might look at this and be like, man, Westridge has a lot to fix. And you'd be right, but at the same time, sometimes this type of game after a huge blowout loss is better for your team, because you can make sure that you're not taking things for granted. You realize that you do have to put the work in. You have to improve all facets of the game if you're going to go into region play and perform well.
You can see the handshake line going on there. 22-16, the Wolves were able to pull it out there, and then a couple clutch defensive plays there at the end. Westridge run into the sideline to greet their fans. We'll get a chance to talk to Coach here in just a minute. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back here to talk to Coach and wrap everything up and get you ready for next week's game here on BTS Power 7 Gridiron Game Day. Stick around for the post game.
In the heart of the Appalachian Mountains, where the spirit of community runs deep, Bristol, Tennessee Essential Services has been a cornerstone in our area for almost 80 years. Founded in 1945, BTES began with a simple mission: to bring reliable electricity to every home and business in Bristol. Through decades of dedication, innovation, and unwavering service, we've powered dreams and brightened lives. Today, we stand as a testament of progress, offering state-of-the-art services while honoring our rich legacy. Bristol, Tennessee Essential Services, our community's trusted resource for energy and connectivity. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
22-16 is your final here from Westridge tonight. Our first game here at Westridge this season, our season opener here, but it's week 4 of the season. And you can see there's Ridge on the sideline. And we're waiting for Leslie to get a chance to talk to Coach. Coach is talking to his team. He's proud of these guys because they fought back in this game, but he sees a lot of opportunity for improvement too.
Yeah, and you know, like we said, you give a shout out to Lakeway because they have nothing to hang their heads about at all. They played well. Their defense stepped up. They played against a tough 6A school, and they did their part. But ultimately, Westridge did handle their own business when it came down to it. They came up with 2 big drives there, big touchdown drives, and finally found a little bit of an offensive rhythm. Maybe that builds the momentum going into further region play, but Westridge did a great job tonight fighting back from behind and putting it away.
You can see Jake Vineyard addressing the team down there on the field. There were a couple costly penalties that extended a couple drives. One of the penalties that extended the drive that got Westridge the touchdown to Tatum there as they were, which basically kind of put them up and put them ahead. I believe Leslie has coach now. Leslie?
Guys, really, Coach, I want to talk about how penalties played a big role in tonight's game.
Well, what we've got to do is we've got to learn how the game's being called. You can sit there and complain about it, or you can play within the way it's being called, and I think we adjusted in the second half and did a better job of that, but we've got to be more disciplined, and we've got to get it cleaned up because we've got a lot of big games ahead.
You do. So what is your biggest thing that you're going to be focusing on in the next couple weeks to prepare for those big games that maybe impacted tonight?
Yeah, we got to get ready quick. Next week's pretty much a playoff game. William Blount, you're playing for a chance to have some seeding. So, you know, we've got to come out, be focused for anybody we're going to play. And I hope we were ready to play tonight, but we've got to practice the way we're going to play. So it'll get amped up a little bit in practice.
And I've heard from several people that the first 2 quarters for this team are a little slow, really picking up in halftime. What do you say to really get them amped up for those second half?
I don't know that it's anything I'm saying, but I know I need to be saying it sooner if it is. So we're going to get that taken care of. We'll be ready to play when we start next week.
Well, we'll see you in a few weeks for some of those big games, and we wish you the best of luck. Thanks, Coach. Back to the guys.
Thanks, Leslie. Thanks, Coach. Folks, we appreciate you tuning in here with us at Westridge tonight for Gridiron Game Day. So much stuff going on here. We got check out our website. You can see our games coming up too. You can watch these games again on YouTube. We'll let you know the next time that we're broadcasting on YouTube again. So want to say thank you for tuning in with us and sticking with us tonight. So for Leslie Blevins down on the sideline, Michael Braddock here with me up in the booth and this fantastic BTS Power 7 crew. We want to say thanks for watching. This has been a BTES production, your trusted source for energy and connectivity. My name is Ruben Ferry. We want to say thanks for tuning in, football fans. It's been a thin slice of heaven.